All right, hey everyone, welcome back to another Take Two on the Ivan and Ruben panel. We got ourselves the co-hosts, creators, and directors of Daitomodachi's Gohanverse. We also got ourselves a special co-host. Want to introduce yourself?
What is up, guys? SuperRacoonBros here. Today, I'm here for another panel, and we're here to check out the cast and crew of Daitomodachi's fan-made series that is Dragon Ball Gohanverse. We couldn't get literally everyone, but we got enough for you to at least share enough information on what they think about the show, what they experience about the show. And right now, we have the series creator, Daitomodachi. We have the voice of Zamasu, that is Legend of Sora. And we have the voice of El Hermano, Alex Justice. That's where I'm pointing. And then we got a producer of the Dragon Ball Gohanverse series. That is Jose Final Boss Rodriguez. Introduce yourselves.
Yo, this is Daitomodachi. Glad to be here and glad to see people enjoy Gohanverse.
Zamasu, why don't you go next?
Okay. All right.
We're gonna wait for you now.
I wasn't sure about the order because the panels are in different places. But yeah,
Okay.
Hi, I'm Christopher Williams. I also go by Legend of Sora Online. I am the voice of Zamasu in Dragon Ball Gohanverse, starting with the history of Gohan Black OVA. A pleasure to meet you all.
And
All
Trunks.
right.
Don't forget Trunks.
Oh yeah, I did do that, and I died after 2 lines.
Wow.
Yeah.
Surprising.
All right. And I am Alex Justice. I'm probably best known for doing voice collaborations with Mark Lavallo, Natalie Guest, Johnny Flash, Tuji's Bootlegged, and in Die series here, I am the trailer guy, and I am also the voice of El Hermano. Where's my Chi-Chi so I can kill her already?
We're having any other way, dude.
Dear.
Yeah, I figure I'll let the talented people go first before I do. What's up, guys? My name is Jose, Final Boss. I'm one of the producers and animators for Gohanverse for Daitomodachi Labs.
Yep.
Let's see. So yeah, we decided to get the panel together. We're gonna see about in a little while of going over a review over the whole season 1 of Dragon Ball Gohanverse. We also got ourselves. Let's see if they connected through. Hello.
Hey, yo.
Yo, Bryce, what's up, dude?
Yo, dude!
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm doing good. How about you? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, there we go.
Yep. Seems to always be a problem when I enter.
And we have a last minute surprise. That is Bryce Buckley, Xenoblaze voice actor.
And the voice of Baby Gohan.
Baby Gohan. Where have you been?
I don't blame you. I've been super busy myself too.
Yep.
Glad you were able to make it though, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Mm-hmm.
You have such a grudge against El Hermano that quick, dude.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's the fact that acted that way when my girlfriend died and decided to just be a huge douche about it, and still reeling from that.
That's right. I even ripped up that picture of you and, what's her name? No, I don't care. Either way, I laughed my ass off when I just saw you cry.
I ain't crying.
You are now.
Really now.
Is this what being a tier 3 sub looks like?
That was a low blow.
And we approve.
Nice.
All right, let's see. Got people saying hello in the chat.
Hello.
All right, everyone.
Well,
Hello there.
Hello. Hello.
Nice. Of course.
General Kenobi.
Nice job.
Comrade Kenobi.
Craven. Is that his name? No, that's not it. Grievous. It's
All right.
General Grievous.
Yeah.
All right, so one of our first questions we got ourselves here. What made you start the series about Gohanverse with emo?
That's my question.
Okay, so originally, I would say back in 2019, I was talking to Prince Vegeta and Slick Goku. Previously, he was a Taco the Freaker at the time, and I remember seeing like a meme picture of like emo Gohan, and everyone was saying, "Yo, you should do something with emo Gohan." And I'm like, I don't know, I don't know. Then I saw like an XPS model of Gohan Black, and I don't know, it just sort of click from there. So if I didn't see that Gohan Black model in the XPS workshop, then Gohanverse probably wouldn't have exist. It's a pretty simple. It's just like a pretty simple story from there. Um, I
Like
will.
something so little can just start something so insanely big.
Yeah.
Yep. And originally, I was intending for it to be like a one season type of thing, but then I think around episode 3, I think it was 3, I realized that a lot of people enjoy the series, so I decided to make it into like a MCU type of project.
The GCU.
Yep.
I really tripped out when I saw your like branch of like all of like for I don't know. I guess you say phase 1. You know?
Yeah.
Like it really surprised me
Yeah.
that you're doing a MCU phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, and just getting more and more ideas every day.
All right, let's see some comments in the chat. Oh, look at that! Someone liked some of my videos or something.
That's
Oh,
what are your
yeah.
thoughts on the source filmmaker?
So Filmmaker is a good starting engine, but it's not really like the end goal, the end animation program. Like I'm grateful for it helping me get through the door of animations, but it was very limiting in a way. We had a lot of issues with the Xenoverse models at the time, kept breaking and stuff. Couldn't really it was difficult getting cell shading done in Source Filmmaker. I'm not sure if that's the case right now. It's been like years, but when we switched to Blender, it allowed us to get more creative freedom and allowed us to do more crazy stuff that we couldn't do in Source Filmmaker. So long story short, Source Filmmaker, great starting engine. People might still swear by it, but for me, after a while you tend to want to branch off to other stuff.
Yeah, I will say that too. From compared to that, for the first question about like the start of Gohanverse, like I am very surprised on like how, like literally it started off so small, but then it blew up so big, and then like how much you evolved from your animation from the episode 1 up until now. It looks just amazing, especially with all the amazing voice actors you guys been getting together for more characters. Like it's been great.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's see. Oh yeah, Hooba Dooba.
Epic name.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Next question. We got ourselves another one from Super Raccoon. How long did it take? Yeah, how long did it take for you to make Gohanverse models for from SFM to Blender?
I would say 5 months.
5 months. Wow, that's a lot of work.
I remember when we started thinking about doing the convert. I remember that we started looking to the conversion around, I would say November, December, and I remember that around September. I would say November, December we start. My friend Creeps was talking about how we should use Blender for the animations, and I was like, I don't know, that's a lot of conversion work. Just try it. So from November to December, we worked with Fighters modder. Your name is Adam, and helping us convert most if not all the Xenoverse assets into Fighters assets, which was a surprisingly nuanced project. It wasn't just like, oh, let's just take the Xenoverse model and then just add a fighter shader to it. It wasn't really a one-to-one conversion, so it took us some time to like convert them over, but I'm glad how it turned out.
Yeah, it came out actually very smooth, very good.
Yeah, like I was okay with starting with Source Filmmaker. I was really interested in the series, but until I seen the little clip of Blender, it just suppressed my expectations of just thinking this show might go to another level.
Yep.
Yeah, the animation
And
it
it
was
really
like
did.
blown out of the water.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
You want to ask the next question?
Yep. Okay. Okay. Question 3. What has been your favorite scene or episode to record for the show, and why? By Rachel.
History of Going Black. Easily History of Going Black. So Gohanverse was very comedy focused, but History of Black was the first time we actually wanted to do something a little bit, not even a little bit, very serious in tone. And I wanted to like release something in which people actually like cried or felt upset of things that was happening to Gohan Black. So
Right.
and I remember like showing like the first thing of Gohan Black, Gohan, Goku, and Chi Chi. The first montage to my sister, and after a while she's like, "No, stop it! Just stop it! You're going to make me cry." So, and I knew like right there we worked on something that was very emotional. I mean, some people weren't really too emotional about it because the default reaction to anyone who dies in Dragon Ball is, why don't you use the Dragon Balls and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But someone in the comment section actually posted saying that, oh, it's because Goku died of natural causes, that's why they can't use a Dragon Ball. So thanks to that one, to those people who actually know the Dragon Ball lore. But yeah, easily History of Going Black, because it was a very different project, and something that I definitely would like to do in the future in terms of releasing more emotional OVAs and videos.
Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed the background of Gone Black. I thought it was very well done.
Yee, thank you.
No,
Yeah.
History of Black was definitely a nice undertone, especially the direction that Dai took that particular episode. I think it was really, really heartwarming, and definitely pulled on my heartstrings, definitely. But to this day, my favorite one, and I'll probably be biased about it because it's the first one I ever worked on, it's probably episode 7, the season finale for season 1. It's more of a culmination of the entire build up of everything leading up to that one moment that not only Emo was able to achieve full Blanco, but he also be able to have the character development for Gohan Black. And because the thing is, no one knew, as how Dai portrayed the story of Gohan Black, no one knew exactly what was the whole deal with Gohan Black. And when it was between Rose Caliber and the Kamehameha duel, it was able to give a little bit of plot and more depth into Gohan Black. And I think that really cemented Gohan Black as a character, and at that moment became one of the fan favorites because he wasn't just a guy, he was just basically a douche. He had a reason, he had a purpose, and he was in his eyes he was the good guy. And the funny thing is that in season 1, everyone thought that Emo was the villain, like, and Gohan Black was the good guy. So it was just a great wrestling fans out there, it was kind of like a nice heel turn, babyface kind of development type of deal, which I really enjoyed.
I can understand how episode 7 would have been your favorite. I totally do, because it was a culmination of like the final outcome of the season, and it was really good. What about the rest of you? What was your guys' favorite episode or scene?
Any of you
kinda
guys
weird.
want to go first? Or?
It's not really hard to really choose.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
All right, I'll go first.
All right.
Anyways, wait, who
Okay.
goes first? Wait, what?
You go first. You go first.
Yeah,
Okay, you want me to go first? Okay, fine. I had to say, my favorite scene that I really did enjoy that I got to record for had to be the fight between Absalon and El Hermano. And my favorite moment, honestly, is when I literally had to pretty much got punched, and just excruciating pain. But that was when I got a chance to go on full on psycho for that laugh for El Hermano. I just thought that was my favorite scene in there because I was terrified I was gonna screw it up, but then brought to life, it was just one of my favorite scenes that I was was really happy to nail. It's one of my favorite moments in there. Plus, yeah, that's the best way I can describe it, that one. So,
Yeah, and I really like that moment when Absalon just brings in the kick of the Kamehameha kick. It was just so interesting. Like, I thought he's gonna like go up in the sky and at least kill Hermano with a Kamehameha, but until I see that little power up, and then suddenly there's a different direction where that move is heading to, and then when he's building up the Kamehameha, and then he said kick, it was so interesting and blew my mind how it's just a new move that someone has put it together. Like, I think you, Daitomodachi, I think that's what I think. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
it's an interesting move. But oops, it was wasted. It only made a tiny bit of damage. But I love that move though.
I also had JoJo music in that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can just interject and add to that, I mean, it's immediately like before he delivered that blow to El Hermano, like I immediately knew that reference, and Daito, I really have to thank you for doing that, because as anybody who doesn't know, that whole Kamehameha kick was a reference to Kamen Rider, and more specifically Kamen Rider 01.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yep.
that was the reference to it.
Crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I still have to catch up on the recent seasons, but I think around 2020, 2021, I got into like Kamen Rider, and I really liked 01. So I remember working the episode. I'm like, no one, I feel like putting a Kamen Rider reference. So I remember like when I was editing the Kamehameha kick, I had to look at clips of the impact, the Rider impact finishing move. Like, had to like try to nail it down to close to my ability, and I'm really glad it turned out. And I do know that we gotten kind of lazy with that reference. Like, we didn't do it in the movie. We got the remix song in the movie. We didn't do it in episode 8, 9, 10, and 10. But going forward, I do want to keep putting that type of reference going forward. Like, when a character does like a major move, I do plan on keeping that reference alive, because it's a dope ass thing. It adds more hype to the move. So we're definitely going to keep doing that moving forward.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Yep.
I guess. Well, for me, even though Baby Gohan really hasn't done too much for right now, I'm gonna say this. It doesn't have to be a specific. Well, actually, I think this was in one of the more recent episodes, even though he wasn't like the main focus of said episode, and I think Daito knows what I'm talking about, is where we have to promote for Raid Shadow Legends. Sorry. Okay, so all right, so,
Returns.
yes.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yes. So, okay, so a little bit of a thing. So, I think, Daito, when you sent me the script, because I think at this point, you told me that Baby Gohan was not going to appear into it. You sent me the script and you said, hey, even though he's not in it, I still need you to record this opening skit. And then when I looked at it, I'm like, oh, it's a promotional thing. And then when I started reading it further, I'm like, we're doing this.
So there were actually a few more jokes in that skit. Like in that skit, after Baby says Raid Shadow Legends, Grace Simon was supposed to scratch the door, say, "Let me out! Let me out!" Like similar to like the Eric Andre meme, but the sponsor said, "No, don't do that. It will make people hate. People hate the product." I was like, really. I was like kind of annoyed by that.
Funny if you did
That would have been funny. That would have been funny. But Baby saying, but the ending scene with Baby also worked out well.
Oh yeah,
that's freaking great. I love
Yeah,
you guys' like ads.
Yeah.
and I think what was the icing on the cherry on the top of that is like before he finishes this thing, it says, we'll be right back. And I feel like that was basically, hey, here's sort of our Eric Andre, joke right here. And I'm like, when I finally saw it, I'm like, I had to pause the video. I had to step out, and I had to like take a minute and breathe, because it was like that was just. And I'm like, I'm probably saying to myself, yeah, that's probably about that. That's about as high as I'm gonna go with him. I'm like, that's the focal point right there for Baby Gohan. You can't top that.
That's
Any
funny.
Yeah,
further,
you
that-
died, Reddit. Like right there,
Oh.
to show you example, it's almost like you really died on the inside, really strong when you
Oh,
just
yeah,
imitate
yeah.
what happened in that moment.
Especially when he's ranting, like talking about El Hermano and with his girlfriend and everything. Like, yeah, there's some deep-seated hatred there, right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pretty Cyberman's just very uncomfortable with that.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I think as of right now, that's my favorite. Until season 2, as more comes along, maybe something might dethrone it. But as it stands right now, that's the best thing I've recorded thus far.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool, pretty cool.
Legend,
All
how
right.
about you?
Oh boy, so it's kind of a long story, but it is the history of Gohan Black OVA at the moment. There's more stuff coming, and I'm thankful for that, like really. But as far as I look back on my own career, I'm going to always view the history of Gohan Black as the moment I started, because normally it's kind of hard for me to feel anything behind the mic, but this project made me feel something. It's been the most invested I've been in voicing a character, because Dai noticed me from doing memes on Twitter. Zamasu was the first character I'd chosen to do that as, back when the whole I'm making mac and cheese meme was popular. That's how I started. but yeah, I came a long way from, I guess, demonstrating character imitations that I could do, and I think I delivered a flawed, because I'm a novice, but passionate performance nonetheless. And I think the more I record, the better I get, and I hope that continues.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
You still did a great job voicing Trunks, even though you only had a few lines.
Yeah.
Lines for it, though.
Okay, so I legitimately forgot I voiced Trunks. I forgot you gave me lines from him.
Yeah.
So I got on Twitter one day and I'm like, why am I tagged in this tweet? What did he put me in? And it was Trunks, and I'm like, okay, I remember that.
Yeah.
But
I was thinking for myself too. I'm like, if I had to choose a favorite scene or even episodes, I'm stuck on either Epsilon versus El Hermano or the history of Gohan Black, because Epsilon versus El Hermano is the first time we see both of them actually fight, and they fight against each other, and seeing their potential. And then history of Gohan Black, it was so emotional. It was so you really feel for the character, everything he went through, and he lost his whole entire universe, it was really interesting, so it's really hard to choose between the two, but I'm stuck on those two.
Right. Well, for me, I think it was episode 7 of Dragon Ball Gohanverse. It really showed promise the potential of the show really coming great. Episode 6 is something I really enjoyed it so far, as how it was animated, how it was just entertaining. But episode 7 is much more the choreography between El Blanco Emo and Gohan Black Rose. It was just interesting choreography, and the music playing, it was so satisfying. It just really brings up the mood of feeling like interesting rivals, and it just really showed potential of what kind of choreography you can put into. And the effects on the key blast is so satisfying. It just made me show more promise. And then the texting about email thinking, what should he do next? It just makes it so much he could just really does that in his own time. He can do whatever he wants for just a little bit of time, and then really think of what kind of strategies he can think of to just defeat Gohan Black Rose. And then you just break the sword, and it really showed more potential. And with the Kamehameha and the sword, that was really intense. I never thought that Daito would just really came up with something, just using a Kamehameha blast to just towards a giant sword was so, oh my god. And then Emo just had to push out at least enough of his power to at least knock out Gohan Black, because it showed that he has a heart, at least, not some kind of drunk. He just has heart when he was just really awakened. And And now in the ending, it showed that his mom, Emo's mom, is really showing, promising herself and her son that she will be a better person from now on, a better mom, and it really showed promise. And then bringing in El Hermano to the mix is just really odd to me. But until then, really gave me a liking to it right now. And right now, it really showed promise that episode 7 is something I really enjoyed getting into the show more. And like, it's just a really enjoyable experience of checking out episode 7 and maybe show much more potential and what's looking forward for the Gohanverse.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, we got ourselves a question from one of the fans. Has the thought of a strong Piccolo crossed El Hermano's mind, or not really, due to him being more interested in a strong Gohan?
Just the immediate guffawing.
Next question.
You have to answer it, though. You have to
You
answer
don't
it.
really want to answer that one, Alex? I mean,
I gave you my answer. I'm not afraid of a strong Piccolo. He can be easily defeated with just I'm not. This is my question.
Like you are.
This is my question here. Shut up. You and I will have our fight a little bit later on, but I will deal with Piccolo.
To it.
So will I. But yes, I am not afraid of a strong Piccolo. I could just pretty much just snap its neck with just my pinky. Just like that. Just like that.
Oh, that's real riveting. Did you practice that last night? Staring into the mirror, all brooding like. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You don't have any mirrors in the dead zone.
How do you,
Turn off the switch.
how do you survive?
Turn off the
like,
switch.
dirty
You'll see a reflection.
Like, how, like, if El Hermano's in the dead zone, does he need to eat? Does he need to sleep? Because that you only have is this switch. It's really hard to really think of right now.
I imagine the dead zone is kind of like the Phantom Zone in the DC Comics stuff. So it's like, you're just like stuck there. You don't age, you don't starve or anything like that. So you're just there.
Yep.
That's it.
I'm just surprised how long the Switch lasted with battery life.
Yeah.
Not one of the newer models.
Yeah, he only has a
Boosted
quarter power
battery
left. He only has a quarter power left. By then, I will say by the end of the season, he will have to say goodbye to it. It will be the most tragic thing in his whole life.
You think he trains in there by playing that jump rope game that Nintendo put out around when the pandemic rolled out?
Hmm.
Oh,
I didn't see any Ring Fit Adventure gear in there.
Nah.
Someone else asked it this.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
God.
What does El Hermano play while in the dead zone?
Oh yeah. Wow.
Good question. Well, I do like to play Super Smash. That's a really awesome game.
I
Really
thought you were about to
fun.
say, I thought you were about to say
Indeed.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Right, I was gonna say he plays Shadow Legends because he got endorsed last time.
Yeah.
I bet you're a NES main.
And recently, I've just what's another game I played? I can't remember. Who's that Ezio guy? I can't remember. Ah, yes, Assassin's Creed. I started playing that game. It was pretty fun. And who can ever forget about the great Italian plumber Mario?
Mario, yes.
He's the true one-punch man.
I think
Yeah,
you probably
you're
mean
right.
Luigi. I think you probably mean Luigi.
No, Luigi is just the one punch to the face and then he cries home to his mother.
I'll tell you who can forget the Italian plumber. Me. Gotta go fast. Sonic forever.
I feel like I'm about to start something here. Mario, I was gonna say the Winter Olympics already happened a long time ago, so you might have to wait another couple of years before that happens.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's
That's a good
see.
question.
If you could be best friends with any character in Gohanverse, who would it be?
I'm calling it. I'm calling it for emo.
Emo.
Hmm.
For me, it'll definitely be Gohan Black. Definitely Gohan Black. He's the type of guy who's very misunderstood. He's just trying to find his way. I think most of us are kind of in the same boat as him. He's definitely a character that I and I feel a lot of people can relate to. So he's definitely a character that I would like to be best friends with.
Right.
I'm going to say Gohana.
Gohana.
Just Gohana.
I mean, how could it-
As long as I don't bring up Trunks, as long as I don't bring up Gohan's, I'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, good luck with that, but you know,
she's totally not like a villain or something.
Right.
Totally not. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No,
The X are not kind of the villain. Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah.
But the serious answer hit. He's very chill. I would not hang out. I'm going to be honest. I would definitely hang out with him. He's a very chill guy. He's just trying to make ends meet a lot of times.
just pray to God you don't end up on his hit list.
Okay.
What am I going to do to go? I mean, Jeff Bezos doesn't know me.
And you wondered why Android 21 died.
Ugh.
Bringing
All
up
right.
that sore spot. Is it my turn?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I guess my answer is probably a pimp named Gohan. I'm kidding. It's Gohan.
You just made him
I'm kidding though.
I know. I heard you.
Yeah, in all seriousness, it's Gohan Black because he needs like support. He needs friends, and I'm glad he has Zamasu as something of a voice of reason now, because like he almost went off the rails in season 1, and if not for having other people in his corner, he probably would again. So I hope I wish for the best for him.
I guess for me, I mean, outside of my character, I kind of would be with Dai. I kind of have to be, well, actually, was gonna say Gohana, but then I changed it over to actually Piccolo, honestly, because
Piccolo.
Oh,
yeah,
He
I
sounds
know,
like he needs it too.
yeah, because he just seems like the only one to keep Emo kind of anchored down and like sort of kind of guide him, but try to make sure he doesn't go complete douchebaggery as the series goes on. So
yeah, he got his ass whooped by Chuji as Goku.
True. But as my character, like as Baby Gohan, I would have to say great Cyberman, honestly.
Great Cyberman.
Oh
God. Because honestly, he seems to be like he's the only one loyal right now to Baby Gohan, and is lasted long thus far. I don't know how long until he gets on the chopping block there. But he's kind of like the Piccolo to Baby Gohan in a sense. So loyal will help him out, and doesn't question him yet.
You know, that chopping block remark does sound kind of appropriate. He does kind of look like a head of iceberg lettuce.
Oh God.
All right. And as for me, as for all the characters who I would hang out with in the Gohanverse, I would say Absalon. I would want to hang out with that guy. I like how the fact he's just he's being the big brother to Emo Gohan, and also to Gohan Black in this case, and I really do like that about the guy. So I probably would hang out with him.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I would pick maybe Emo Gohan. Like, just he seems like the kind of person in the Gohanverse I would just chill, hang out with, and play Nintendo Switch games with.
Yeah, that is my same answer as well. And also, he seems like he has some core in himself. Like he's not always this guy who just seems like that sad. He's just like you can see he's a chill guy to hang out with, and he's kind of fun to when you look at him. He has a fun personality, and even though he's emo, I just find him entertaining and fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
All right, so do we got everyone?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so let's see. El Hermano, get ready because this question is for you.
Yes.
Does El Hermano have a waifu?
No, he does not. Actually, no. Wait, sorry. Actually, he does. It's his Switch, or rather, was.
Hey, baby Gohan, what's another of the secrets? My waifu was Android 21. You know, just for a little bit, just to let you know that behind little closed quarters, she and I were kind of a thing. She only pretended to like you. And it was all the more satisfying to watch not only her break, but also to see your heart break. So just remember, I am your worst nightmare. Do not fuck with Daddy El Hermano. You got that kid?
I'm afraid it's kind of too late for that already. It's
Oh my god.
going the red zone. I'm out here, so yeah.
All right.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
I feel like I'm intruding.
All right. Next question. All right. Let's see. They're telling me, this fan is telling me, can you please tell the cast and crew about the totally not marked copyright drama and how they feel about it, and tell them how would it feel if the same thing happened to them as well.
So all right. So this is more question towards me. That would definitely suck. I mean, he has every right to be upset, especially. But the thing about his situation was, the worst part about his situation was, is that we as Americans get the issue, but people in Japan thought he was being whiny about it. Like, who is this American complaining about copyright? Like, Japan doesn't have, quote unquote, doesn't have copyright issues or have different copyright laws. That was the thing that made me really upset about the situation. That this person who put his livelihood into talking about manga and Toei products is getting screwed over by Toei, and you would think that he will gain more sympathy abroad, but the country that the manga came from doesn't give two rat's ass about it. And we kind of had a similar situation with not like, oh, we totally fucking screwed, but we dealt with like copyright issues in the past. More specifically, last year around May, Sony hit the original episode 7 of Gohanverse with a copyright claim because of Pomar. Like, we used like the ending the ending song for Pomar, which honestly I fucking love. And originally I said it's just used for in credits. I don't think it will be any big deal. Next day, copyright strike from Sony, took down the video. I was livid. I tried to talk to try to get to Sony. Who's it? And Sony obviously refused to talk to me because who is this no-name YouTuber complaining about copyright? Or so I assumed. So that annoyed me. Then we got another copyright claim on the History of Going Black, muting the whole Death of Chi-Chi scene. So I realized that just to like try to rectify the situation, that's one reason why we did the director's cut for episode 7. Not only to fix that issue, but also introduce Gohana, since she will have a bigger role in the Gohanverse, which, if you saw the hit versus Gohana over it, you kind of already have a picture as to how. And I still gotta release the extended cut of episode of History of Going Black. It's been on my to-do list. It's just that I haven't. Just that with everything that's been happening, it's been very difficult juggling lately. But to answer the question, if the situation like that happened, I would honestly be very depressed, feeling
Devastated.
Yep, and the whole world is against me.
No, I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Sony.
Yeah, thanks, Sony. And the funny thing was, for the longest time, people thought Toei ones responsible for that video. And just to clear that up, Toei can't really strike down Dragon Ball 3D animations because it doesn't really use the assets. It's kind of like weird copyright laws, but long story short, the only ones that can really strike down 3D animated Dragon Ball content is actually Bandai Namco. Because technically we're using their models. If they want to, they could just say, "No, what? Screw these YouTubers," and take down almost every 3D Dragon Ball animated thing on the internet if they wanted to.
Oh, God, I didn't know that.
All right. Well, that is it. You're finished?
Yep.
All right. Cool. All right. Next question. Oh wait. All right. Let's get to this question first. All right. What has been your most positive experience for the show and the fandom? By Gatedson.
All right, I'll answer this, and then everyone else can answer. Definitely, seeing people react to the series has been the most positive thing I love from the fandom. Just seeing everyone react to it. I honestly love seeing people react to it, and I'm grateful to seeing that. And yep. Especially you guys here. Thank you very much for reacting to Gohanverse. I actually been watching your reactions in secret, to be honest.
Appreciate it.
And the fan theories. The fan theories has been another interesting aspect of the community. Like I think it happened around. I think it was after the History of Gohan Black OVA that people started posting theories about what's going to happen in Gohanverse, and I found that to be a very interesting thing from the community.
It's very interesting, actually. Yeah.
Without naming any, have any guesses actually like hit the nail on the head? Or
the Gohana thing definitely was definitely the thing that a lot of people speculated and came true.
Oh wow.
And I would say, try to remember another theory that people called. I think Kishi Pan called like another theory, but that hasn't happened in the series in the season yet. But yeah, that's about it for my favorite things in the fandom.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna talk or what, Ledgerosaur?
Oh, okay. It is my turn. Well, one of the things I distinctly remember was I had voiced Cell for Shoyu Momo around the same time in a skit where he had like Goku delivering pizza or whatever, and I got like a lot of, after I like left a comment thanking him for my involvement in that, I got a whole lot of comments like saying like, oh, this would have been perfect if Devil Artemis did it, yada yada yada, and that had me feeling a little downtrodden. But the comment I left thanking Dai for like letting me work on Gohanverse in the History of Gohan Black OVA, like a lot of people were a lot more supportive of it, and someone actually someone said someone asked if it was okay to ask if my I don't even know how to word this. It was bizarre. Like someone asked if it was okay to tell me that my voice sounded sexy, and I'm like, this is complete total whiplash between like, yo, I would love to hear this in the bedroom versus this would sound so much better if only it weren't you in the same day. I can't take it.
Damn.
Fans can be weird sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta take the compliment and not say a word.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we can get him.
Oh.
All right. Alex.
The most positive experience with the show and the fandom. Well, I guess that would probably have to be interacting with some of the co-stars here. Actually, that would be the best part. Like, I mean, getting a chance to do the live streams and playing off with Zeno whenever we were just like going in character. That's always been the best part. Just always bloopering around and such. But but also with Emma Breezy, because I remember that like she and I we were twinning each other a couple of times, and she was excited that she got to voice Chi-Chi, and I pretty much said to her, "Hey, you were great as Chi-Chi. Sorry I had to kill you. I had to prove that Gohan was the weakest character of them all." And
I remember that.
oh yeah, I was there too. And just she ended up posting a GIF of Will Ferrell crying about it, going, while I posted a GIF of Jafar laughing, just saying, going back and forth with that. So yeah, getting a chance to meet these work with these talented people, and that's probably the best part of the working on the show and with the fandom. So
What was that?
All right. Cool. Bryce.
Well, I'm gonna be quite honest. Mine's gonna be kind of like what Alex's, but a little bit differently though. At the point, I was kind of like working with Dai on some other projects because before I got brought in to become Baby Gohan, I think my first like time working on you with you, Dai, was a project I think back in 2018, I believe, was like for a little skit or something you did from one of your small videos.
Oh yeah, the My Hero Academia.
Yeah,
video.
that was the first time. Yeah, I think it was an audition
Wow.
I did.
Mhm.
And I can't remember if it was like on one of the old was it voice acting discords. I think it was like a bridging discord, I think, at the time when that was the thing. And I came across that. I auditioned for it, and it's like, hey, you kind of got the part. And, you know, it just kind of went on from there. And then something I probably didn't know about this, like I said, before voicing Baby Gohan, I kind of was also involved with the Gohanverse series. I actually did some sound work for the first few episodes of season 1 before I was brought onto another ongoing project. Many of you know Kakyoin Waifu Connoisseur. I was the sound editor for about first season and a half, I believe. I've kind of lost count. It's been, but having to continue working with everybody in the team is just kind of a real godsend right there. And I pretty much get to keep doing what I love to do. On top of like when I got to Baby Gohan, I think, fans, a lot of the fans, they loved it. There was one time I was at a con back in, this year of May. It was MomoCon, which is in Atlanta. I happened to run into a fan who, like, picked me out from a crowd. I was in an autograph session, going to an autograph session. And they somehow saw me, like, in line. They recognized me, point out, and they were shouting my name. I'm like, thinking it was either my girlfriend or a friend of mine I was with. And then I turn around and I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm like, who is this again? I was like, I have no idea. And then they introduced and they remembered me from Gohan versus Baby Gohan. I'm like, oh, hey, I got first fan. Hey, it was awesome. So just having that, because I'm not used to having people like come up to me and like immediately point out like, oh, hey, they recognize me from a show that I did recently or something like, God, years back. It's kind of just very surreal. So, that was a good moment.
Nice. All right. Cool. And do you think Jose is available to talk, or is he not?
I think he had to go MIA for a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's. I guess he won't mind that question he might miss, so it's okay. Anyway, let's go to the chat and see what kind of questions that the fans have asked.
Oh, yeah, let me see. There's this one right here.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
So that would be better if Yaro was also here to answer this question too.
Yeah. I'll think about
That's
it.
gonna be fun.
I'll think about it. I'll definitely think about it.
I saw it right now. Oh, that would have.
I'll definitely think about it.
You better hope Hierophant Green is fast enough to save him.
Hierophant Green is so useless at KWC. Of course it won't save him.
It's a meat shield.
All right, cool. Okay. You want to answer this question, Jose?
Yeah.
1 second.
No problem.
Let's see. What's your most positive experience in the show and the fandom? Oh man, that is an excellent question. Yeah, sorry I had to step away real quick, guys. I'm actually at work, but that is an excellent question. I think one of my most positive experience is just the ability to work not only with a great team, to have being part of a team of a very talented group of individuals. I am more than honored and humbled to be working with them. It's definitely been one of those best experiences that you can actually work with a studio. But the fandom itself is just a living organism. It's just started as a simple joke of if Gohan was emo based on the Cell games and how he his experience and his relationship with Goku. That simple joke just manifested into something that everyone can back up, everyone can actually pick up and enjoy. And it doesn't matter if you're not a Dragon Ball Z fan, if you're not an anime fan. I think this series itself has a little bit of everything. You like action, bet. You like special effects, bet. You enjoy great animation, great. Bet. You love to laugh and have great jokes, good. We got you covered. And I think when it comes to the Gohanverse itself as a series and as a whole, it's just something that I don't think no one expected to be as good as it is now. And me saying it's good is me being very light about it, because I honestly think that this series is fucking awesome. But that's not me to say, because since I'm a producer, it's not me to say. I can definitely enjoy it as a fan, but our fan is the ones that dictate how good and how much they enjoy the series themselves.
Yep.
All right.
Our next question for ourselves here.
Let's see, Han. All right, cool.
This one's for all of us. Other than Dragon Ball, do you have a favorite anime?
All right, I'll go first.
All right.
Tengen Toppa Gurren and Code Geass are my two favorite anime of all time. I haven't really watched a lot of new anime this year. I mean, the only new anime I've watched this year was Spy X Family. I don't know.
Oh, I gotta check that one out.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's really good. But it's just like, I don't know. There has been an anime that came out this year that really struck a chord with me, like Spy X Family. It's been really difficult lately. But in terms of like favorite anime of all time, definitely Gurren Lagann and Code Geass.
All right. Ledger, sorry, you go next.
Okay. Well, that's kind of a tricky question for me. There are a few anime that I really like. Spy X Family, I've been reading the manga for. It's a riot no matter what form you consume it in. And I started anime in general on Fairy Tail, and my favorite anime currently is probably JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I need to catch up on Stone Ocean. I read the manga past like Vento Oreo onwards, since I'd seen everything else animated up to that point, and it's just consistently good. Fans can get a little annoying. Trust me, I get it. I've seen it. But it's such a good series, and don't discount it just because of them. Because it's genuinely good.
I'm sorry. I'm scared to watch Stone Ocean. I've heard about Stone Ocean. I won't spoil anything. But I'm just like, I'll skip till part to like Steel Ball Run.
I don't exactly blame you for that fear, but Steel Ball Run is very good assurance that despite everything that happened back there, you're still kind of seeing just about the same amazing thing. That's at least my belief anyway.
Yep.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and this eye beholds JoJo as a very great thing.
Yep.
I might need to check out JoJo sometime.
Definitely.
Yeah, same.
That'd be a fun watch party idea or something.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, Alex.
All right, well, it's a tie, honestly, because don't get me wrong. What got me really into got me into anime and really like watching stuff and just give me the LMAO a lot of times, but also cheer up. Would have to be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood specifically. And the thing is that with that anime though, I hated it at first, but that's because my brother liked it. We But eventually, I grew up and realized, oh, you know what? This is actually a pretty cool anime. It's pretty funny.
Mhm.
But in more recent though, in recent anime, I gotta say that currently, my favorite one is My Hero Academia. I really like that anime. It's
Nice.
definitely gets me like the muscles pumping, just like wants me to get up and just get to work, stay motivated. And best character for me, at least in that show, is All Might. Love him for sure. Never fear, All Might is here. Eat
Yeah.
this.
I was excited for season 6 as well.
All right.
All right.
I know.
Who else? Bryce.
Whew, boy. You know, I could give a PowerPoint presentation because I feel like I've got at least a lot, and I know that's kind of very biased, but
No, same. I feel you.
Yeah.
So, I think shows right now that I'm currently watching that I like so far. New season of Overlord, real good. And the second season of The Devil is a Part-Timer, we had to wait almost a decade for that. Finally! Jesus.
Wait, that's out?
Yeah, it's out now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, 10 years. 10 years we had to wait for that. And that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Yes! Let's go!
Damn.
I forgot about that one.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Nice.
I'm surprised no one said that.
Oh, man.
So, the animes, like, favorite animes of all time. I will say that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is kind of up there, along with Hellsing Ultimate.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah,
I saw that one too. That's good.
And then there's two others. Also, there's an anime called Drifters, which is made by the same studio and creator of Hellsing. It's sort of like a weird isekai anime where like famous like historians and like famous historians and like warriors and everything from like our time die and get reincarnated into another world and basically are, you know, all meshed up together. It's kind of like a weird concept, but I love it. It's only got one season and I am begging that it gets a second season.
Same.
And this one is kind of obscure. I mean, I'd be surprised if you didn't know. It's Sengoku Basara Samurai Kings. That's based off of a video game, kind of like Dynasty Warriors type video game by Capcom. So yeah.
Ooh.
All right. Riven, you wanna speak out what's your favorite anime?
Yeah. I mean, well, to be 100% honest, I think it's because I grew up watching it. Dragon Ball will always be one of my favorites. I haven't really had a chance to check out a whole lot of new anime nowadays, and I think the only two recent animes I've seen probably like new within the last year or two was probably Horimiya and Kobayashi Dragon Maid, because we did the panels for them and everything too. But if I had to choose other than Dragon Ball, because I feel like Dragon Ball's too obvious, because I feel like to me one of my other favorite ones was like Full Metal Alchemist and like Zoids. I really, I really like Zoids. It was so good to me. Especially to me, that was one of my first animes I saw that they used also a little bit of a 3D animation as well. I know there was like Gundam and everything too at times, but like I don't know, Zoids I really enjoyed. I think I enjoyed it more because I saw it as like a little bit of combination of anime / Power Rangers in a way. Yeah, so it's like I think that's why I was drawn to Zoids even more.
Did you collect the toys at all when they were selling them in the States?
Oh my god, I tried so hard. I only got like 2 of them at one point, and like they were so hard to find. Like eventually, I just collected the Power Ranger Megazords.
All right.
Yeah, my favorite animes. Actually, quick history, because a lot of people don't know how old I am. But my first anime I ever watched before I even knew it was anime was Voltron.
Okay.
And then, and then that was the first anime I ever watched before I even knew it was anime. But when I really got into anime, of course, my gateway was Dragon Ball. That's why I've always loved Dragon Ball. I've always loved Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball always be a soft place in my heart. But other than that, before Dragon Ball, after Dragon Ball, then before I even knew about anime series, I kept watching movies like Fist and North Star, Vampire Hunter D, Tank Police, Ninja Scroll. But my most current animes that I've watched recently was Tokyo Ghoul. I know not most recent, but is more new age more than anything. Besides Attack on Titan and My Hero Academia, those always been real good ones. And I think my second all time favorite anime series probably was Ranma One Half. That's probably one of my
okay.
all-time favorites.
Yeah, I know that someone's been asking us to do like a KWC video for Ron.
Yes, you
For
gotta
the
do it.
past several months. The
Gotta do
several
it now.
months that got several
Yeah,
months.
yeah.
I'm at this point I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, let's just do a round of video.
You might as well keep
That
it
would
in
be
at this
Yeah,
great.
because you have
to.
Ranma, you have Shampoo,
Gotta do it
you
now.
have Kasumi, you have Akane, you have a whole bunch of plethora of whichever Ranma One Half girls that we can actually use for KWC. But yeah,
All right, and for me, I haven't. There's some type of anime. Like before I got into anime, all I did is just think about Dragon Ball, and then when my brother started to really get into some other anime, when his friends told him, he keep mentioning me about checking out Naruto, and then I check out Naruto, and then Shippuden, and I'm not gonna talk about Boruto. No, I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, I know. But besides that, when my brother showed me about Naruto, it made me intrigued much more into other anime like My Hero. I watched that a little bit, and then there was Attack on Titan, and then there was Demon Slayer. People have been talking about. It's just that it's been everywhere, and I especially did see Spy X Family. I really love that show. Like people have been saying it's been really good, and for me, it's really good. So it's pretty good. And so far, of all the animes I've been seeing so far, like some of you have seen a lot, and some of them I might kind of been familiar with. But for me, my favorite is gonna be probably Attack on Titan, because Attack on Titan is just an entire story, which is 4 seasons, and with a character of a twist, foreshadowing. It just really blows my mind of this show, which how choreographed these fights of Titans experiences, and then with the character that is Aaron is just really blows me away of how it just how he began and how his journey is going through and how he's trying to do whatever it takes to just to survive and bring out freedom for his people. It's just really an amazing show.
I really love the foreshadowing. Like Attack on Titan does like an amazing job of foreshadowing. Like the best kind of foreshadowing is like events that were foreshadowed prior, but you didn't even realize it was. Like when when someone said, "Hey, Aaron was smoking out of his head," that was a clear indication that he was a Titan way before the thing that happened. I'm like, oh crap, that is right. Like that's one thing I really love and appreciate. Like really appreciate for Attack on Titan, and it's something that I would like to incorporate for not just Gohanverse, but other endeavors that the studio
future projects. Yeah,
its studio tackles in the future.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, this show was really amazing. And then when I showed my little brother, like at first he was not like intrigued, but when I keep letting him show much more of the episodes, he's really interested of how this show turns out, and he was really intrigued. And he has all these theories that are not really true, but they're theories that he's watching it before because he's in the dark of what this show is. And it's crazy that this show really get my brother's attention. Really like, and also I did check out Demon Slayer. I really love that show as well. Like I'm pretty sure some of you have never heard of it, but he really enjoyed Demon Slayer as well. But for him right now, Attack on Titan, he's really intrigued of how think about other Titans that he wants to see and that Aaron will fight. Right now he's in season 2, and he's really thinking of all these theories, and he's taking his time to really get into it much more in the show.
Nice.
Was he
Yeah.
creeped out by the smiling Titan in the first episode? Just curious.
He just, he just
I was freaked out.
yeah.
Let's be so we all were.
Well, he's in episode 1 of season 2, so he's in episode 1 of season 2. But so far, maybe, and I think I remember the first episode. He just thinks, like, he just saw the smiling Titan. He just felt a little bit. I don't know. I can't really explain. He's just like what is going on? Look or something. So
Just
yeah.
haunting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I really love Attack on Titan, and I cannot wait to see how it's gonna conclude with maybe 100 episodes, like 100 episodes of this whole show.
Mm.
So anyway, let's go to the comments and see what people have been asking.
Mhm.
Let's see. Is Emo stronger than Gohana?
No. I'm sorry. I meant for Gohana. Emo is stronger than Gohana.
Wow, that was quick. All right.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because he was training and everything. So
Yeah, even if she does that lightning technique, Emo has like a few safeguards against it.
All right. Next. How much does the Saint Gohan Beast earn when working for El Hermano?
Free.
Yeah, what do you guys
They are
say?
nothing. They are nothing.
You think they get paid?
I'm still
And
waiting.
how do you just put this organization together if they don't earn anything?
They get paid in cookies.
And that's why
They
I
get paid in
took
cookies.
over. Because I can offer them better health and dental care.
Why would you be proud of that?
Oh my god.
At least I can take better care of them where you couldn't.
This is why
Again,
we formed.
why would you be proud of that?
Because it shows loyalty. That's how you keep your employers employed. Says
All right.
make money, you gotta spend money.
Again, I shall say it for the final time. Why would you be proud of that?
Yeah, that's question why. Anyway, next question. Next,
He's leapt
chat.
past 2 far gone into 3 far gone.
All right. Let's see what else. Well,
Oh, we already- I think
Kakyoin
that was the
reviewed
same one I was
Ohana
before,
as
I
a
think.
Waifu? Really?
Yeah,
Mm.
I
Oh,
think someone else asked that again.
All right. Let's see. This is a question by Ototunes Central. How does the cast and crew feel about Netflix making terrible live-action versions of popular classic anime series? Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go last. I'll go last.
Yeah,
All
mine's
right.
actually pretty quick. Netflix, they do amazing things. They do. They got great series. They got great movies. I think when it comes to certain quote unquote live action anime, I guess you want to call live action anime. You want to call those things what they produce live action animes. I just think that, they really missed the ball on that, and I really think that they missed the actual meaning of what it means to have a live action anime. Don't get me wrong, Japan, their movie studios, they don't do anything better. I don't know if you guys seen the live action version of Attack on Titan. If you didn't, don't. It's really bad. But the thing is that I think Netflix, they are going to be, to my understanding, from the grapevine, I think they are going to be releasing a couple more live action anime series.
Oh, are they really?
Movies. Yeah, and I think they're going to actually do a better take than this because Death Note, unfortunately, that I really halfway through the first episode, I just pretty much I just stopped.
Yeah, I just like no.
It was really bad. But just like anything else, I just think they just dropped the ball and they just got refocus on what they're gonna do when it comes to live action anime.
How does anyone feel about the Netflix adaptations of anime?
You go ahead.
You want? Okay. I guess my personal opinions on live action takes of anime is you can do that if you want, but you're probably not going to attract a large swath of fans of the original anime. Like maybe you'll get like a person that's really interested in seeing it adapted into like a more true to life setting, but other than that, you might not want to change the story too much because a lot of people who are interested in it coming from the animated series think that what made that series great was already there in the first place. And if
Dragon Ball
you
Evolutions.
yeah, I was gonna say if you bastardize it too much, you're just gonna get that. Yeah, it just makes me think of the whole Cowboy Bebop adaptation because
Yeah.
I have a friend
Mm.
who is a diehard Cowboy Bebop fan, and they had like mixed feelings about a lot of it, but I think they
enjoyed
were
it. I
yeah
enjoyed it.
yeah
Mm.
like it can be good. Don't
Mhm.
think that it absolutely can't be, but you've got to be careful, or else you might step on a production Lego.
I have a similar view to the Netflix thing, like Legend has.
Mhm.
Like I feel like if Netflix really truly cared about the source material, they can do a good job. In fact, I think they're doing a Death Notes. They're thinking about doing another Death Note series.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
but they're getting the people behind Stranger Things to work on it, and
Mm.
I think that could be done well.
Okay.
Because Stranger, I think I'm not saying it will. I think because Stranger Things is pretty weird, suspenseful a lot of times, and I think the Duffer Brothers can utilize that. But I just think that they just don't care about the source material. They just think that, oh, let's adapt this anime. Oh, let's just adapt this anime, but we'll get this person that looks nothing like the character. Like, I think that's
Airbender.
the biggest problem with Netflix anime adaptation. They don't have the soul. They don't have the soul to do it. They're not fans of the anime. They just want to.
Mhm.
They just want to do
Money
it. Just they just
Money.
want to cash a buck. That's it.
Yeah.
They want to make
It's just Hollywood in general. They're just trying to make a crash.
Yeah.
quick buck.
Just get Willem Dafoe's Ryuk.
Like I will
That
say
one was
that.
good.
I will say that for us, yeah, there are some things for Gohanverse that other fans will like point out that we didn't really take into account, but all of us are still fans of Dragon Ball. We still have that passion to do our own Dragon Ball story, but Netflix doesn't have that passion.
At least not in most cases.
Mm.
No, I just don't think they have actual. Well, I can't say that for sure, but because like I said, there's some things that they do well in, and sometimes they don't do well in. Well, like for example, we'll take the latest thing right now, like the Resident Evil series on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what that monstrosity is, but I think it's just one of those things that once again you have a group of people who are not fans of the series making a series that they shouldn't be making. Basically, that's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
It's just, piggyback on what Dai say is like it's good to have fans that's actually part of the series, who's actually in the production team of the series, and you can actually see it in their work. You can see the passion. You can see what they're trying to accomplish in their vision in the actual medium they're trying to present. So.
Yeah, and I get you. Like even for me, I'm like they haven't been doing well with live action adaptations of anime shows, and like I'm not saying it's anime, but like the one thing I'm looking forward to the most, I'm hoping to do right, is live action of Avatar. They're taking their time getting the cast and everything, working on the project. I'm just hoping they do it right compared to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That movie was just so
Eh,
bad.
Technically, Avatar's not an anime. Technically.
Yeah, I know.
No,
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
that's what I said.
I said like technically, I know it's not an anime.
Oh,
As
okay,
a
sorry.
project that Netflix is working on, a live action adaptation wise, I'm really hoping for that one in particular because like they're taking their time. They're taking the absolute time. I feel like all the other projects were like kind of rushed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, for my genuine, honest opinion on when Netflix decides to make a live action adaptation of an anime, I will say that usually when I watch them, I think to myself that they get the Netflix version of the anime right, but they tend to get the anime itself, well, sometimes wrong. And this is absolutely not out of any disrespect, but from what I understand is that they seem to make their product based on, well, market research and math, math, just in case anyone knows. It was, and not on poetry and such, because they think, oh, well, this was the 80s music and people like this now, so we're going to have that in there. And it's like, you don't need to do that whatsoever. you do not have to do that. I mean, unless of course, I mean, it works, but then we don't truly know unless you give it a try. But my genuine honest opinion of it is this: if you're going to do this, be sure to follow most of what's in the script, and you don't want to make it turn into like a TMNT 2014 film or anything like that. So that's all I can say about that.
Right.
I mean-
What about you, Bryce?
I mean, honestly, everything I was kind of about to say, I think you guys pretty much just answered. Though, I will say that I feel, after the kind of the recent track record of Netflix's attempt at a lot of anime movies or TV shows, it's just kind of, I'm at a point where it's just like, my expectations are just kind of really low right now, but I still have that opinion, you know, maybe, and I hope I'm proven wrong that maybe they can pull off something decent, but as it stands right now, it's really low. And I will say that with the One Piece, was it a movie or episodic series they're doing with One Piece? I couldn't remember.
I think it's episodic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 1,000 episodes.
I'm just going to. I mean, I'll take a look at it, but at the same time, I'm just going to be a bit weary on it. I mean, the only thing I've seen the behind the scenes with the production and like how they've built some of the sets and everything, and that's impressive. And they almost got them like very like accurate to like the anime and the manga. So I'm like that alone, and this again, I feel like it's just kind of a little biased right there, but I feel like that little bit right there kind of gives me hope that, you know, maybe they're actually doing their homework on this. So there's that. But like I said, I'm just gonna see what happens, and I pray to God I don't disappoint, or they don't disappoint.
I did hear that some people said that like people liked Alita Battle Angel though. That one was good.
Alita Battle Angel was good. I will say that.
I've been meaning to try to see that movie soon. Like I haven't got a chance to, but I really hope that you guys are right that it might be good.
I enjoyed it. Alita Battle Angel was actually pretty decent. It did a good job on it.
All right. And for my take, I think some of you might have answered that, but for me, sometimes when I see anime, it just has this energy that I never seen it before, because I think anime is overrated before. But until my brother really got me into anime, it really shows some promise of how I really felt about it, because it showed some energy, showed some imagination and creativity, how it was well animated, which is just frame by frame. It just seems so like a new world that you're witnessing, and you've seen it like before, but it just adds so much more energy. It just felt like another world that you just never witnessed before. But until the Netflix adaptation, it just felt off to me. It just doesn't have life. It just felt odd. It just really out of world. It just doesn't fit. It just makes it out of the ordinary. And I know what they're doing. That Netflix is trying to make money, but sometimes making money just makes it cruel that you just make something lifeless from something that you always know as a classic made into live action and turned out to be total shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I answered that. Let's visit. Give me a second.
What animation methods are you most familiar with?
And I mean, I'm still learning when it comes to the animation process. I'm not as good as some of the animators that we have on our team. But I mean, the method themselves, I mean, basically you just start with a step, then you go into spline, and then you do in betweens, and you know, it's just really boring animation jargon. The best thing I do is when it comes to the animation process, my animation process, is, you know, try, you know, go with the storyboard, trying to get the perfect shot, perfect balance when it comes to the animation, and just to make sure that, especially when I have multiple people or multiple characters on the screen, make sure that, you know, they interact with each other, the balance is good, and try not to make one character stand out more than anything unless they are meant to stand out. But other than that, I mean, the animation process, the animation method, Everyone is different. You know, like for example, me, Guy, and some of the other guys, we start with step, in betweens, in between plus, and then we go to spline. Whereas we have our one guy, Xander, he does everything spline. He is a madman, but his animation is so beautifully done and so smooth that you wouldn't believe that he goes head on with his animation process. It's just straightforward, and there's no steps, no in betweens, no in between pluses or anything. The step, he just goes straight spline, and he does an amazing job.
Yeah, Xander's pretty crazy. For me, the one in terms of like different animation techniques, the one animation technique that I'm kind of self-teaching myself right now is limited frame animation. So the animation style that Guilty Gear uses, like, so I'm going to go on a slight tangent, like, so I tried to join this game jam for GMTK, and which the theme was World of the Dice, and I'm currently working on like a small game in which is like a side-scrolling beat 'em up. You play as one of the characters, Daiki, just like a survival game. And so what's interesting about that project is, in order to save time, I actually use the limited frame animation process. So instead of like having everything splined, in order to try to recreate that 2D feeling, everything uses like step motion. So I blocked out one part of the motion, then I blocked out the other part, blah 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 blah, and I found that to be interesting, and it's something that I like to look into in the future. But the issue with that is, to me, that animation style is kind of controversial. Like for example, the limited frame animation style was used in Spider-Verse, and a lot of not everyone, but a vocal minority of people complained that they didn't like the animation style for Spider-Verse, like they didn't like the limited frame animation style. So they even used that animation style for Dragon Prince, I think the first and second season, and a lot of people complained that it made them sick. It made me sick as well. So to go long story short, I'm currently testing out limited frame animation style. Is the one animation style that I'm trying to teach myself, other than the animation style that Final talked about. It might be something that we might try to incorporate in one of the projects down the line. It might not. It's just something interesting for me.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Let's see what else do we have. Would you have more common writer references to Gohanverse?
Yep. In fact, I definitely would like to do like a Common Writer type of project down the line, not like the studio's version of Common Writer. It's something that, in fact, I talked to Bryce about this like years ago. Like, I want to do our own version of Common Writer, but the issue with that is YouTube. Things that you think would be interesting aren't interesting to people. You think you will put out like an original animation, but people don't really care about that. So it's definitely something that I would definitely like to do down the line. But to answer your question, yeah, expect more Common Writer references.
All right, let's see.
I feel that though.
For Daito and Jose, is there a genre you'd like to tackle next? I'd love to see you both tackle horror and musicals.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that. Me and Dai had a little conversation a couple of weeks ago. There was a series that I wanted to start with. This is a passion project of mine. Besides Dragon Ball Z, my second love is zombies. Love zombies. It was actually a series that I started to work on a long time ago. It just didn't go anywhere. It was basically around the same time The Walking Dead was starting to pop up and became really popular, and I wanted to make my own zombie type series that dealt with a lot of character development and the focus on the how individuals will react to a certain situation when it comes to the zombie apocalypse. And one of the main characters, he's actually it's kind of like a Dexter type of character, that he doesn't kill just for kill. He only kills bad, villains, whatever the case may be, and his predicament that is actually in heaven because he's able to kill as many zombies as he possibly wants, and he's actually one of the good guys. He's actually just like any psychopath, he doesn't have any emotions or anything like that, but he's able to develop bonds and ties with people and have some sort of relationship with those individuals. And that was one thing I presented to Dai in the future that I would love the studio to tackle in the near future.
Yep. It was
awesome.
Mm-hmm. It's like it's a really interesting project. It's something that if we have more sources, is something that I would like to look into down the line. And I'm with Jose. I think like horror is something that we haven't really tackled, and something that that's definitely interests me. I know that one of the friends of the studio, Yara Shien, aka Kakyoing's VA, was talking to me about doing a horror project as well. So that's something I definitely would like to look into down the line. It's funny because I hate horror. As one thing is one movie genre I avoid watching. Like, to be fair, I can watch like Stephen King's 80s horror because it's campy. It's easy. It's easy not to. It's easy not to like get scared. But for the recent stuff, I can't watch it.
I don't blame you. One bit. It gets to me sometimes too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not even horror no more. It's just jump scares. So it's not like back. It's like Dad said. It's not like the classic '80s horror movies when you literally just scare. Like perfect example of The Exorcist. That's a perfect example of when I was a kid. I literally shit my pants so many times that of me watching that movie. And I had nightmares for a week because how horrid that movie was.
For me, the thing that really scared me as a kid was The Mummy, like the Brandon Fraser Mummy. Like I remember watching it, and Imhotep scared me to a point where I used to have like this nightlight, and every time I go to sleep, I look at the shadow, and I thought that Imhotep was like in my room or whatever. So yeah, I totally can get that feeling.
All right. Let's see. If you could create a spin-off of any series, what would it be and why?
Ooh.
Just for all of us?
Oh man.
If you want.
Oh man, that's a real good one. Which series? That's the question.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to do a superhero type deal. Something like a cross between, My Hero Academia and The Boys type of deal. I would love.
Wow.
I would love to do something like that.
Nice. That's a tough question. I mean, technically, Gohanverse was that spinoff thing that I wanted to do. Let's see, a spinoff. Let's see, another. In terms of like another spinoff series, I'm not sure, to be honest. Gohanverse was the only spinoff thing I wanted to do, so nothing really has came to me since.
One I have an idea of. Like, there's a few I could probably come up with, but one to me right now that speaks to mind. I don't know why it popped in my head that I want to say. I would make a spinoff of a Pokemon series. It's been following Ash for years, and I would prefer to see maybe even like a spinoff series of following a different character, maybe even a little bit more mature and like a little older, like for the adult kind of like fans of Pokemon who grew up watching it. Like, I don't know, just something different, like instead of it just always following a kid Ash, throughout the years of Pokemon. I don't know. It's like something along the lines of that I could kind of see.
You rarely see like the adult trainers in the series.
Yeah,
That would be interesting.
Like you have like the odd gym leaders, the trainers, Looker, all that stuff.
I
I have
mean,
a soft spot for
spin-off
Looker. He's cool.
series itself. Yeah, the spin-off series itself. You could have a young up and coming trainer, and he hears about the stories of Ash and the different towns that he visited and all the good he does. He actually that young trainer will actually go to those towns, and those people actually tell him the stories of what Ash did for that town, and then he's trying to find Ash. And at the end of the series, he will find Ash as an old man with an old Pikachu.
Yeah.
Like it'd be something that sort of deal, which actually it would be kind of cool.
Maybe he could find him at the top of Mount Silver, like your trainer in Heart Gold and Silver, like Gold, Silver, Heart Gold, Soul Silver does with Red.
I mean, I would make that person Ash's son, and be like the son of Ash and Misty. I will die on the Misty and Ash Hill Hill for as long as I live.
Yeah, I won't bet.
I will definitely make that kid the like Ash's son in a way. I think that would be like a really interesting thing to do.
If I had to choose like a spin-off series, I wouldn't mind creating like whether it's like a game or anything like that. I wouldn't mind there being a spin-off like game of Bowser, because I feel like honestly like he could get one. Bowser from Mario, just so everyone knows what I'm referring to. I can definitely see that, and just like how he just do something like maybe this time he has to do the one that rescues the princess, or he's got to fight another evil tyrant that wants his throne, something like that. But if I had to choose like another one that I would really like though, if anyone has played Kingdom Hearts, I wouldn't mind seeing. Cool, man. I wouldn't mind seeing a spin-off game where we see Ericus, Xehanort, and Yensid training when they were like young and such. I wouldn't mind seeing what they were like when they were kids. I wouldn't mind seeing that before Birth by Sleep, before Kingdom Hearts X.
That'll be like a Star Wars prequel series type of thing.
That's
maybe
cool.
Basically, yeah.
But Bryce,
not better.
Yeah. Bryce, did you say anything?
I have not, but I had so many ideas flustering around in my head.
Yeah.
To be quite honest,
you're not alone, dude. You're not
alone. This is more with the series and everything. I would like to actually have a sort of like series for Darth Vader, more or less like adapt like the Vader comics into like an episodic series, like see like his sort of like how he kind of built his rise to power while during his time during the reign of the Galactic Empire. Would like to see a little bit more of a younger Vader in his prime. I mean, spoilers if you haven't seen Kenobi. I won't say too much, but I feel like a fraction of what that was in Kenobi. I want to see more of that. I just want to see, just Vader earlier years, still trying to hunt down Jedi, trying to sort of find, I wouldn't say find his place, but sort of like, establish his domain in the Empire, and like everybody knows, like, this guy's not someone to be feared with and everything. I would love to see that.
Yeah, that sounds kind of better than maybe the new Obi-Wan Kenobi series that is in Disney Plus.
I honestly kind of thought that's what the Bad Batch was going to do. Like, they were going to hunt down Jedi. I thought, like, that's what the Bad Batch was going to do. I thought that's what they were going to do.
All right, Ruben, do you say anything?
Oh, I said the Pokemon one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I haven't
I'm
anything just yet, but...
Oh, okay. You want to?
Yeah, it's just like the gears are trying to turn in my head, but the only thing I came up with was a weird hybrid of this question and the last question. It's like, what if Hamster Face Man had some weird spin-off where like there's this ugly, like butt ugly creature called the Man Face Hamster, and it's just living in the forest.
What? Hamster Face Man versus the Man Face Hamster, only on Daitomodachi.
Yeah, his catchphrases.
I'll kill you.
Oh my god.
That's great.
Oh man. Well, let's see. I guess I'm the only one. So it's been like tackled in my head like whether it's kind of a spinoff or not. But let's see, Alex, you said that your spinoff is kind of like My Hero Academia and the Boys. What do you mean by that?
No, that wasn't me. That was Jose.
Wait, who's that?
I was the producer.
Oh, you. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of like a crossover spinoff, or what is it?
Well, no, it's just take some elements of My Hero Academia, the wholesomeness, the character development, and just put in some of the elements of what makes the boys. Is the pure, raw,
Oh, yeah.
unadulterated nonsense that goes on that people love.
Oh, yeah. All
But
right.
what if it basically is the best premise of what if superheroes were left unchecked? That's basically the premise of the entire series themselves. So
That's
why
pretty
not
cool.
do that with My Hero Academia?
Pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Well, for me, I'm not sure if this counts as a spinoff, but do you think I can bring in like I don't know, like a it is kind of like a spinoff for me, but how do I say this? It's kind of related to Dragon Ball, but let's see how do I say this. Is it okay that I pointed out that it's gonna be like a crossover thing?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
All right, like I don't know, like how do we say this, but it's been in my head ever since I seen this other show, like that released in maybe 2009 or 10. I think it was 2010. Yeah, it was this show that came out 2010. It was like a kids program, and then suddenly, adults just started to really get into this show. Just it was crazy that those types of people really into this show, and then suddenly I just got into this show too, and then ended on 9 seasons. So like so that it's this show crossover spin I was thinking of is between Dragon Ball and I'm gonna say the name. You won't be bothered if I say the name, right? Like what am I crossing over to with Dragon Ball?
No,
Go for it.
All right. All right. In 3, 2, 1. It's My Little Pony.
I saw the future. I figured it'd come up somehow.
Yeah, like it was just
Oh,
this
that's
ideal
funny.
I've been having ever since. Like I just saw the show, it just and between Dragon Ball, it just felt like they have their own slice of life from what I've seen. And thinking about a crossover between a spinoff between like ponies and Goku, it just seemed how well it's doing.
Ponies and Goku.
Yeah.
Just you mentioning Dragon Ball and Smile just reminds me of that like one clip, or My Little Pony just reminds me of that Smile video that was uploaded.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like,
You're really strong, Twilight Sparkle. Let's fight.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
man.
yeah. So like I'm thinking of how it started in my head. I'm just trying to think of a scenario where Goku has been involved with some kind of some like see
Magic
like entity
shenanigans?
and like a entity like how in my mind like some kind of entity just pulls him out of his world and where he's just like transported to like those 12 universes. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Bobby D.
Yeah.
It could be Bobby D.
Yeah,
Maybe.
He was transcended. He was transcended.
A pony
it's kinda-
version of Bobbity.
it's still in my head, but like kind of
It's
scenario where like Goku just went to this world. Maybe it might be convenient or was just coincidence. But then he just imagine this, like he just transported to another dimension. But in the scenario, how Goku landed on Earth in the space pod when he was a baby. So it's kind of like the scenario where Goku has been like has been teleported to another universe where he's in the MLP universe, and then crash landed just like how he came to Earth when he was a little baby as well. And then once he just comes out of the rubble, he looks up and sees the main 6 characters, and that's where I'm trying to point it out, and still trying to figure out how it's gonna progress through, trying to be entertaining, and how it's gonna conclude. So that's kind of my own spin of crossover series between Dragon Ball and My Little Pony. It's just this kind of fantasy mind I've been having in my head and thinking of putting into reality someday. Like I've been making some type of crossover videos in my own channel, but sometimes I might get myself doubts about it. But somehow I still have myself believing how this crossover spin-off might turn out.
I kind of feel like if Goku were to just like come out of the pod already and he just like sees the 6 main ponies, he would just look at them as like food, like right in there.
Yeah,
It's like
he would. He would think that
especially if it was Kid Goku.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Just picture the scene. He has them all on a steak over a fire.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Question 8. What's the most awkward line and favorite line to say at your character in the booth?
So I think that's a question for more Legend, Bryce, and Alex.
Yeah. So let's bring into the voice actors what their awkward and favorite line is. So, Zamasu, go for it.
So, as Zamasu, I don't think I've had an awkward line. I'll touch on the awkward later. My favorite line was, I guess, the moment where Zamasu was like ruminating over how long he'd been observing mortals, and he actually almost went like full-on homicidal in that instance.
Yeah.
But they're not all blind, Zamasu. Some have decorum. Yeah, I feel like the most awkward thing was like the entirety of this animation I was in that Dai did, where I was voicing Android 18, and it wasn't.
Yes, that was
Oh,
forgot about that.
You gotta talk.
It's like, yeah, Morty, we gotta find the Dragon Balls, Morty.
You gotta be careful, okay? Just be sure Christmas kids watching, okay? You don't want to do like
It sure would be a shame if I was hit by a car or something. Yeah, that really sucked.
You killed my wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So for context, so originally we had like a VA voice Android 18, and the joke was in the Gohanverse universe, Android 18 sounds like Rick from Rick and Morty, and Krillin sounds like Morty from Rick and Morty. So of the original VA was unavailable, like he retired from acting. So I had to ask someone who could do a Rick voice just for that video.
Wow.
I didn't know it was that traumatizing, you dude.
No, it's fine. It said awkward, not like it was gonna scar me for life.
Yeah.
It was just really interesting trying to get in like the character of one character who was actually another, and like I fumbled with it a bit at first, and I had some trouble like submitting it on time, but I don't regret it, not at all. It was fun.
God. All right. What about you, Alex? What was your awkward and favorite line?
Okay, awkward but favorite line for El Hermano. I want to say that would have to be when it was in El Hermano versus Absalon, and he says,
Look, I'm just finding old and weak Gohans and I'm killing them. What's wrong with that?
and so that was pretty good. And then there was like another video that Dai let me voice, and he wanted me to be Sephiroth in that one, and my lines was that I like saying was, I am the Ganondorf to your Link, the Mark Zuckerberg to your human decency, the darkness to your light.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was a good line.
Yeah, especially the Mark Zuckerberg one.
That's great.
Okay. All right. And Bryce, your turn.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
Bryce, you good?
yeah. I'm honestly going to be honest. I feel like this is just going to tie back to my previous question that I answered that's kind of related to this. And like I've said, I will stick by this. As of right now, favorite thing I've had to record was the Shadow Legends.
No. Wow.
That I feel like I've had the most fun. That is the most fun I've had to record for Baby.
That's funny.
It's just so out of character for him, but yet I couldn't help but resist just having so much fun recording for this, considering how much Raid Shadow Legends has been memed to hell and back ever since its conception. Getting the opportunity to at least do this, I've officially achieved meme status.
Oh my god.
I did
As
it.
have I.
Alright,
It's gonna make you think though.
and is that your favorite, Bryce?
As like I said, as of right now, yes. Until something later around, comes, and then I'll be like, yeah, okay, now this is my new favorite. But
Just wait
as of
until
right now-
Die gets sponsored by Dollar Shave Club.
Oh my god! Wait! I got a better one. What is it? The Dr. Squatch soap?
Dr. Squat.
Yeah,
Squash.
Squash or whatever.
Stop
it is.
marinating your
Just
man
squash
meat
for a
in things
second.
that could be.
Oh
Be
my god!
classified.
That happens. I'll be like, you must send me that script. I will record it right now. I don't care. I will rush home and go record that.
Same here.
Nice.
Pretty sure I got Hermano. I was like, you want me to say what line? Like,
Only if the soup is made out of Chi-Chi's blood. That's the only way I will do this advertisements.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see.
Why must I
uh,
advocate for
let's get back-
VPN? I don't even know what that is.
Nice.
Let's get back to the chat and see this next question.
Right.
Was El Hermano the brother figure for the white hair Gohan? That is Gohan Priest.
I'm more of the abusive father figure to the white-haired Gohan. So if anything, that's what I was more to him. I'm the father that he always wanted, but also never wanted either.
Let's see. I'll let Bryce answer that one. I already know their relationship, but I can't say shit.
Yeah, we
Shit,
can't really
because-
say about it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep silent on that too. Just
I don't think I.
oh, I think I got it.
Yeah, I haven't said anything.
yeah.
The thing is, it's hard for us to say anything because if not, we're just going to ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, no, it's no worries, no worries. I'm not saying a word.
All right. Well, then I
Yeah.
hope I didn't unintentionally.
No, you did. You did.
No, you're
Okay,
good. You're good. You're good.
Good.
You
Thank
did
you.
not.
Good.
You did
Yeah, you're
not.
good.
Good.
Trust me, I would have said it. I would have said it if you did.
Oh, hold
What
on.
is your
Do we?
favorite outtake?
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What were you
So
saying?
what is your favorite outtake to Daito and the cast?
Oh my god.
Female take.
Shit.
Actually, the one thing Alice recently did for the Up Yours Baby Go On. So,
Mhm.
Oh,
so
God.
originally it was originally for that video it was supposed to be that Up Yours with Morales. We'll see who counts who. But then Bryce just improv the rest. And I'm like, you know what? Let's use that one instead. So that's my current favorite outtake at the moment.
All right. What about you, Zamasu?
I don't really. I haven't really committed a lot of my outtakes to memory. It's just. I guess I
Oh.
do remember that one time where I voiced Frieza for Dai, and he was basically referencing a boxing promoter that wasn't very upstanding as a person.
Oh, okay. What about you, Alex?
Well, I think it would have to be when, like, Dai said he was searching, like, for voices for Sephiroth and Sora, and I can't remember if I believe I said this, like, during the outtake for my audition, and I think it's, like, when I was doing my impression of Sora, I was like, Riku, don't leave! Think about our baby! And such. What?
And the fangirl rejoiced.
I thought to myself, yeah, I was like, that had to be done. And that's how I got Sora.
All right. What about you, Bryce? I feel like you have so much in your table.
Yeah, so much. Just I think a favorite outtake. I mean, aside from I've already, if you, it's not the Raid Shadow Legends, but actually this just hit me. But
Oh,
this was,
God.
I think, it was for a little video. I think it was a little short skit we did. I think it was like that Metal Gear Solid intercom call that we did. It was for with El Hermano and maybe Gohan. I can't remember like every word bit for bit, but just. I would say like everything that we recorded from that, I think just was a funny little idea that we had because,
Mhm.
Be like Metal Gear Solid and everything, and I'm like thinking, maybe this is how they're gonna converse back and forth one another, just to add insult to injury. And then when he gets cut off, just have like El Hermano like yell, "Baby, baby!" Probably should do that next time.
All right. All right, pretty cool. All right. Let's see. Next question. To the cast, what were some inspirations behind some of the voices you chose for your character?
Legend.
Mine was more or less just Zamasu, so it was more or less his English VA. When I started doing his voice, I kind of took some inspiration from the Japanese VA for him too, and then once his English VA started getting more practice, and when the dub of Super came out, he had improved like noticeably. But then again, Xenoverse 2 is they don't really, I guess, allow the voice actors to see that much because NDA and fun and all that. But yeah, as he improved a bit, I started to, I guess, download some of what he did and work with it to the best of my ability. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did.
Okay, Alex.
All right. Well, the voice for that I came up with for El Hermano, I remember I had 3 or 4 ideas for what I imagined for the voice of for El Hermano, because I believe I tried to maybe try to do something villainy like Josh Brolin's Thanos, something like that. Just be like, with all 6 Infinity Stones, I could simply snap my fingers, and that was kind of good. But then I thought to myself, what if I tried another villain voice like Smaug from the Hobbit trilogy, and just be like, I am fire.
Ooh,
And then, but the other voice I thought about was also the Emperor from the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, which was amazing. I thought it was a great one. Explain, scientist.
You kind of.
A solution. And but then in the end, when I decided to send 2 takes to die, the take he decided to use was actually, believe it or not, my impression of Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker, aka the Joker, aka Skeletor, aka a lot of characters, but
AKA Scar from Lion King.
no, that's Jeremy Irons. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I thought to Mark Hamill's take would I thought to myself, that sounds like something that would come from El Hermano. So I thought to myself, perfect. And so when I said the line, a Gohan that never fought does not deserve to live, I just went with that. So that's how I got the voice.
Yeah, that was a good Wicked Lion. Yeah.
Yeah, that line was really cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate it a lot.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I will say real quick, for El Hermano on the Gohanverse, I was very curious on how you guys are gonna make him sound, because the only other version I've seen of El Hermano was from Devil Artemis.
Yeah.
And he has him speak Spanish.
Yeah, unfortunately, Alice, we for that role, like I did. Well, there were thoughts about making him Spanish, but the thing that mattered to me was just giving him like that ultimate like end boss type of feel, and I felt like just constantly making him speak Spanish diluted that feeling. I know a lot of people initially complained about like, oh, why isn't he speaking Spanish? But that's the goal for El Hermano wasn't just to be like a Spanish-speaking one-off bad guy. It's just to be like a Thanos type of guy for Gohanverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to see him any other way now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe if Emo and
cool.
maybe if Emo and Black clock him on the head hard enough, he can say a Spanish line before he falls down.
I'll be sure to include that joke later.
It's funny. We actually joked around with El Hermano that he gets so angry that automatically he starts speaking Spanish.
Oh yeah, like he flies into it. That's cool.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Bryce.
So for me with Baby Gohan, this was kind of a bit of a combination of the two. It was kind of like got my inspiration for the original VA for Baby Gohan during the GT series, and then
I think a little bit of Linda Young's Frieza. I think it's kind of a little bit of a mixture of the two. I decided to play around a bit with them both because they almost are kind of on the same sort of scale and level in terms of like how they sound. But also, I was trying to see, how can I do this without having to completely destroy my vocal cords too? Because the voice can be very taxing if you're not like, I would say, like if your voice is not properly suited or equipped for that. Because if not done properly, you can do long-term damage on it.
Yeah.
And I love doing characters with sort of like gravelly, but sort of voice like that. But I've realized over time, not like I can't do them I can do them in long takes, but I have to like be prepared for them. I have to kind of like prepare myself if I do stuff like that. But it's still a fun thing I like to do. So that's kind of like where I got mine was from. They're both English VA respectively, and I think that's kind of like what you wanted to go with, or somewhere around that area.
Yep.
So yeah, that's just kind of how that baby Gohan's voice
Came to be, so to speak.
Nice.
All right.
Our next one we got ourselves is what inspired you to write amazing action scenes, Daito?
I want to hear from you, Daito. I want to see how you managed to pull off that choreography.
A lot of it is just watching like a lot of just recreating shots from like my favorite scenes from anime and video from like certain anime. Like for example, episode 7 of Gohanverse. The main crux of the Emo versus Gohan Black fight was taken from Piccolo versus Android 18.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, in fact, the whole moment in which they were started punching each other in the stomach was kind of inspiration from that moment, from that from that fight. And then the headbutts during that clash was taken, I believe it was from Kill la Kill. But in terms of like inspiration for the choreography, a lot of it comes from like watching like a lot of action anime. In fact, I should probably watch more action anime. Just that lately I've just been kind of annoyed by the whole recent anime that have been coming out. So watch a lot of action anime, then talk to the storyboard artists for drawing out how those scenes will play out. Because one thing I realized, I think around episode 5 of Gohanverse, before episode 5, I just did the episodes like just winging it, like just animating it and seeing what it feels like. But I realized that that wasn't going to cut it for Gohanverse going forward. So for every episode of Gohanverse, aside from like just shitpost videos like the whole Up Yours Baby Gohan, we always use storyboards. And they help out immensely in terms of like planning out the choreography. Sometimes some of the animes want to do their own spin to certain action scenes, but generally we follow the storyboard, and that helps out a lot for the choreography.
I seen some of the scenes, and some of them seem familiar to me, but some of them are new to me. I really like you really bring some inspiration, just make it your own inspiration, how you really progress through what this type of series has been going on for.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, no, I'd say I really enjoyed a lot of the fight scenes. Some of the fight scenes ran so smoothly. I really enjoyed the most. The one was the Emo versus Gohan Black, the final. The different camera angles he used in their fight was so good and so smooth. It was really good. It was like something I feel like I hardly see, and even in anime nowadays in general. Just the different camera angles of them fighting, going at it. It was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks. Part of that was also because my friend it was a tip that my friend Sekrios taught me. He said that for a lot of cinematic shows, they rarely use like the same camera angle over and over again. Sometimes they change the camera angles. So a lot of times, specifically my shots, other times some animators don't really change the camera angles. But at least for the majority of my shots, I try to change the camera angles a lot.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
All right. Final question.
Last one. If the cast and crew are able to create their own shop or streamily and sell Gohanverse posters on their shop, will the cast and crew, including Daito, ever do a live autograph signing streams by Ralph?
That is something that's
Hmm.
the first time I ever heard something like that, and I definitely would be game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, that'd be a really cool way to really meet some of your fans and what they think about the show, and maybe doing live autographing some of those posters you might have included in the Dachi shop. It would have been really cool.
Yeah, in fact,
I really hope you do that one day.
Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna look that up, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's check out the comments in the chat. So let's see.
We got one.
Would you make a series or movie of Gohan Black when he's in the DAU or the Rebellion?
Okay, for that. Okay, so the game, so the time with the DAU is the game project, Gohanverse PE. It's a game I'm currently working on for that. I haven't. I got distracted with the Daiki project, but I'm hoping to resume work on that project this week. So that game answers what happened in DAU and how did the thing he did in episode 10 happen. Or in the Rebellion, that is something that I definitely plan to cover down the line, especially the Rebellion, since it covers El Calvo's story. And I remember that for El Calvo, where I'm thinking about casting Gianni. I cannot pronounce his last name. I've been working on him for years. He recently started blowing up. Mancharango? Yeah, I was talking to him, and he's and about him voicing El Calvo for Gohanverse down the line.
Another one we got ourselves. What scene has touched you personally, even if you didn't voice it?
Does anyone have an answer?
Is that specific for the VAs or just for just cats?
I think for everyone.
I think someone who has been working on it, maybe.
Definitely Zamasu and Gohan Black interacting near the end of the OVA, the history of Black OVA. That's like the most touching thing.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think for me, it would definitely be episode 7 when he's when Gohan Black is saying that he doesn't have anything. He's actually spilling his guts to Emo during the whole battle duel between Rose, Excalibur, and Kamehameha. He's really spilling his guts, and I think he really shows his not so much his human side, but he shows more of his Gohan side before he became Gohan Black at that moment. And for me, when it ties into the history of Gohan Black, I think it just makes it more that satisfying.
Well, for me, I think it really touched me is with his Gohan Black. It just really shows struggles, like thinking that he's just a normal kid who's a Gohan without any special ability or powers, who's not been blessed with special powers, but shows that he has a childhood and with his dad and his mom just watching TV, just doing anything to have a fun life. But until a natural disease has kicked in, the heart virus kicked into that universe's Goku, it just shows that something is tearing them apart, just fading away from that happiness. And when he died, it just shows like what was been lost. And with Chi-Chi, she felt like a part of her just died inside. But what left her is just really took an action, is really stopped caring for Gohan, and that's when she woke up. But then when she was shot and she died as well, Gohan just felt destroyed, just felt hurt that he really lost both the people he cared about from a natural cause and from someone who just thinks that you're weak. It just makes it that unbearable that someone has to just accept that kind of fate of life, who just turn something to a normal life to just something drastic to get your whole universe to be wiped out. And then when Zamasu just sees him just accepting the fact that he's being erased, he sees him that he is not some whiny kid. He's just someone who accepts what that he doesn't want to be alone. He just wants to at least let it out end. But then Zamasu wants to have him a second chance in life and let him be at least happy for once. And that's when the multiverse theory kicks in. And that's really what touched me about with the OVA of history of Gohan Black.
Yeah, I think for me, if I had to choose something different, because I would have chose that one as well. Like for me, I would choose one different. I would choose the ending of season 1 when Chi-Chi wants to spend time with Emo and they play the game together, and it's like they're spending quality time together finally. Like I thought that was a really touching ending right there. Like it shows how much Emo changed throughout the whole season up until that final point, and I thought that was really good the way it ended right there.
I still remember people were making a joke saying about, yeah, I play Smash with you. I still remember people posting, like, commenting on that. But yeah, I'm glad we really tried to really change a character for that one.
So, have we covered that?
Yeah.
Hmm?
I think so.
All right, let's see. Oh, damn. Legend. Can you tell us to Gohan Black to this? Someone tell Black he's British.
Deny it all you wish, but I feel as though you must face the facts. You are from England. You are British.
Okay. All right. Here's another question. Which Gohanverse character commits tax fraud?
No.
A pimp named Gohan. A pimp named Gohan.
Pimp named Gohan.
All right. Daito, here's another question I think might be for you if you ever plan on it in the future. Will you guys make bloopers for Gohanverse?
We've been meaning to, but we keep forgetting to add them in the last second. But it is something that we do that we just need to do down the line.
I feel like I've at least had a couple bloopers in some of my recordings that I sent you, and I've figured maybe he'll at least try to save him and maybe bring down the line. At least I hope that's what you're doing, Dime. Not just tossing them in the bin.
We still got to do the bloopers down the line. It's just been something that slips down the line.
I think it'd be great if you guys did bloopers. That'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Well, something that we could probably incorporate maybe in the near future is when we uploaded season 1 as one video. When the time comes when we upload season 2 as one video, maybe we can incorporate bloopers at the end of the video.
Yeah.
Or maybe even not even just the bloopers as well. Maybe even a little bit behind the scenes of you guys' process. You guys do it all.
Yeah.
How about a commentary too? I mean, I'm surprised. A commentary track for each episode would be interesting.
That would be cool.
Definitely.
That'd be really awesome.
Huh. Maybe that would be something that could happen down the line.
All right. Let's see what else.
We got this long one. I don't know much about anime, but there was a meme back in the early 2000s that Cory in the House, a great anime, but can it be really considered an anime? And now the meme has become a real anime.
Really?
Wait, what?
There's no way. I really call bull. There's no way, right?
What?
I'm pretty sure that's King of the Hill you're thinking of.
Let me see.
2000. I mean, King of the Hill.
Dang it, Bobby! What do you mean we're in an anime?
Was King of the Hill 2000? Yeah.
It's okay, Dad.
Oh my god.
Hank, what does the propane meter say on the power level?
Blah, it's over 9,000.
9,000? There's no way that can't be right. Wait, what?
Oh man.
Hello there, I'm Bill Dotrieve. State your wish. And it will be granted.
Oh my god.
I mean, I want to speak clearly, man. You know,
That good old dang old power level ain't right, I swear.
Oh,
Boom
man.
Howard.
Oh man, there's so much we like to cover, but
yeah.
man, we might be ending soon.
Yeah.
And we were planning to maybe do a watch party, maybe get some commentary for Daitomodachi and the rest of the crew of like rewatching Gohanverse from episode 1 to maybe some episodes you could do on commentary, but we're not sure we could answer all your questions. So should we at least get to the watch party of checking out episode 1?
Yeah, because we've been going for a while, so we might actually have to end it soon, if anything. Yeah, because like, I know you guys are probably gonna be pretty busy soon and everything, so we don't want to take up too much of you guys' time.
So will it be alright to do the watch party?
We can do a watch party for. I'm not sure if everyone can like comment on like episode 1 through 5, but I think we can comment. I mean, I'll be the only one to be able to comment through episode 1 through 5, but we can
maybe 6 onward. Yeah.
6 somewhat we can definitely do.
All right. So, what episode are we starting with now?
Yeah, it would be episode 1, I believe.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
prepare the seats. Give me a moment. Just get this paired. All right. Let's do this.
all right.
Mom, I'm home from selling my soul to the corporate machine.
So that's like a direct reference to the merch thing.
Mom?
Oh, all right.
Okay.
During the t-shirts, during when he was shelling out merch.
Where the hell is she? Also, this place is unusually clean. I don't even see Vegeta's stain on the carpet.
Like I didn't get it, but until right now I do. Where's that sun?
There are a lot of sticky places.
Yeah, like the things
Who
Black
are
probably
you?
had to clean.
Where are my manners? My name is Gohan Black. I'm you from an alternate universe. Pleased to meet you.
Where's my mom?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but I kidnapped her. You see, Gohan, I've been observing you and your mother for some time now. I have to say, your mother has become quite
observing all
degenerate.
Yes.
You know how many men she
I didn't even notice him there at first.
I lost
I
count
feel like
at
that was
500.
foreshadowing for the
Which is why I
wow.
plan to groom her into being a respectable and classy lady and get her away from her side job. No need to thank me. I'll just be on my way.
Oh,
As noble as that sounds and shit, she does give me an allowance. So
The moment when people thought that Emo was a villain.
give her back.
What do you plan to do if I say no?
This.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry for hitting you so
Persona 4
hard.
arena music's so good
I
here.
do say your base form is. What do you kids say? Oh, weak sauce.
Oh boy.
The cringe.
Like behind a
Your Saiyan form leaves much to be desired as well.
Shut up. My mom doesn't look cool in this Saiyan form.
I do apologize for doing this.
Doing what?
JoJo Color.
You know, Hulk.
Yeah, that had to have been an Avengers reference right there.
It was.
Yeah.
Called it.
I'll let you off with a warning. Don't come after us. Besides, you're going to like this new mom. I promise. Cheerio.
You're so British.
I want breakfast.
You alright?
Bite me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're right.
I really like that title. Just
Yeah,
showing- yeah.
I'm friends
Alright.
with Piccolo's VA too. I hope he's doing okay.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Oh yeah.
Good, good.
Aw.
In fact, he was hitting in the OVA, the Hit vs. Gohan OVA.
You guys have any comments on episode 1?
Yeah,
I like the start of it. It just really think it was just fine for me. Like
I mean, we could do the commentary for like episode 7, like we started with episode 1 and with episode 7. We'll either have to do the compilation or the extended cut.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
All right, so you guys want me to go to episode 7 or just start off episode 2?
I think we'll have a lot more fun commentating on episode 7.
Yeah.
All right, let me go to episode 7 then.
Episode 7, the extended cut.
Yeah.
Lyrics.
Oh, I might have to actually go find it. I thought it was in the playlist, but hang on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Sony was being mean, and
Yeah, they were.
they were just jealous because we did it better.
I mean, you would think that they would be fine with us using like a clip, a 30-second clip, a literal 30-second clip from their song, but no, that's
No.
I still have the original episode of episode 7 of Dragon Ball Gohanverse before it was removed by Sony. Like I still have it in my my own drive because sometimes YouTube can just pull something and just really destroy something, like removing music, copyright. So I just keep in track of those videos and just saved it so I don't have to deal with it. Just like I don't know, I don't want to deal with like another YouTube pulling something reckless like that.
Nah, I get you.
All right, so you want me to set up episode 7, Ruben, or
I got it right here.
All right.
I just had to find it.
Just thought of another idea of King of the Hill character being in Dragon Ball Z. Here it is.
I'm Cotton Hill, and I kill 50 Saiyans.
Oh, yeah, before we get started with episode 7, is it all right that I give you an impression? I've been doing a little during the start of the stream of Gohan Black. Like,
go for it.
Yeah,
right? It represents this shirt right here right here.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
you get that one.
Yeah. So let me try it. Okay, let me try my best. Here we go. Are you sure I'm really the villain?
Not bad.
That's very close.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's my best impression of just freeing Gohan Black. I might be able to replace him. Maybe. I can't make any promises.
He's got 99 problems, but moral degeneracy is not one.
Almost so.
What? That was praise.
Yeah, but nobody.
Fine.
Here we go.
Oh, we just skip the part where you just smacked her.
Oh, she's not dead. No.
She's not dead.
Oh my god!
You talk about the porn sites you're banned from, and you reminiscing on your acts of debauchery has made me realize something absolutely
Oh my god,
crucial.
Absalon has one eye now.
Conventional methods of reforming you just won't cut it. A much more extreme measure is needed. I am going to shoot that part of your brain that controls the deviant sexual drive from within.
So
Think
what's
of it as a
interesting
form of
about this moment? People kept saying,
lobotomy.
"Oh, Black is gonna die. Black is gonna die. I mean, Chi-Chi's gonna die. Chi-Chi's gonna die." I'm like,
Who is gonna die?
I'm like, no, there are worse fates than death, and I thought the whole make it a brain dead would be like a good alternative for that.
Yeah, I honestly, when I saw that moment, I was like, okay,
lifelong
complication that's worse.
Yeah.
Like in the new OVA, Daito, you pulled in a Homelander.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. Continue.
She might become brain dead. Correction, my green friend. There's a 98% chance she'll become brain dead. So
How would you know the math?
Doesn't that sound wonderful? Mother.
Gohan's very smart.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you know what
consider
you're
consider
doing?
the moral high ground.
The council
forfeit.
hears about this now. Well, what, Absalon? You said it yourself. If I win this duel, I have full reign on her reformation process. And
Your words, not his.
Emo was about to forfeit the duel. Isn't that right, Emo?
How dare you?
So
Yeah.
originally we were supposed one person said, "Oh, you should use a male version of Day of Fate." I'm like, "Nah, that's stupid. That's stupid. I'm totally that. There's no way I can fit that in." So I try song after song after song, and then I'm like, okay, I'll just humor this guy, and then you get that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It fit very
song
well.
choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Continue.
Dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
Oh my god, he said it 3 times.
How dare you hit my
Well, I'll be damned. Little Emo did it. That's El Blanco's true form.
It's kind of crazy that people have been leaking superhero, the new superhero movie, Dragon Ball, and can't believe this kind of canon. Not
Yeah,
exactly
it's like this, except if he basically grew his hair out more and stood in front of an industrial strength fan.
Yep.
yeah.
Basically.
Dr. Stone.
The freeze of a moment.
Good.
Well, isn't this interesting? What? The fornication under the crown of the king.
So people did not understand that he was just saying what the fuck.
I had never heard
yeah.
that saying before. Now that's
Yeah,
clever.
he's like, just say what the.
That's like a more fancy version of "Oh Sugar Honey Iced Tea."
Yeah, I was so confused. I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Because Black doesn't curse. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because he's a gentleman.
Gentlemen.
Gentlemen, yes.
Bro,
No,
this right there is just intimidating for me.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, Black. Not for your plan of action, but for your vocabulary restraint.
Lobotomize my mom, Black,
Come now, Emo. The procedure will undoubtedly fix her.
and make her a vegetable in the process? My answer's no, with the side of fuck you.
Emo,
There we go.
you're being silly. There's only a 98% chance she'll become a vegetable. Or is it 99? Or 98.5? I am off my game today.
I love this part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Looks like we have to do
Those are
things the
good.
fun way.
You mean the hard way?
Now I would this be
For me.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good line.
Yeah.
Yep. Then he ends up proving him wrong.
Yeah, the music's good.
Yeah,
I freaking love the
and
music.
this is an amazing song choice.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just-
Oh
it
yeah,
really
I've been
feels
waiting
so-
years. I remember waiting years to use that line.
Man, if this got struck, I'd be furious.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Just goddamn beautiful.
Yeah.
Like even the
I
animation
thought,
alone is so good.
like I thought
good.
Blender was just gonna be like, but then you just surprised me.
Yep. Like,
Oh, you made a bow.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, is this Sonic music?
No, it's
No.
from Birdie the Mighty.
Oh,
Even the key blasts look amazing.
It looks
Yeah,
so-
that-
it
that
looks
was-
like that wiggly factor right there.
Yeah, that was from Way as Usual.
Oh.
Like, he actually helped out with that, and then did his final shot actually.
Yeah.
I think I saw Gohan Black's jaw go kind of funny on one of those frames. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I
How is
like
Emo
the
hitting him?
little moment that Kage brought in saying, "How the fuck did I get here?" Yeah. All right. Time to tweet before I get ass kicked again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Game Boy. What should I do?
Throw that bitch to the ground.
Think fast, chuckle nuts.
You like those camera angles, man. They're so good.
Yeah. I remember that shot was like from, I think it was from Dragon Ball Super.
Ooh.
Oh, lightsabers.
Miss.
That's my boy. I'm so proud.
Oh my god.
It's like there's so many different camera angle shots, but they go so smoothly with the flow of that fight.
Yeah.
Xana did a really good job with that.
Yeah. That's all he's gonna do right here.
Bro, this is a better sword fight than Goku Black.
Yeah. Yeah, too bad he's slow with the sword.
Yeah, and then it's a fucking size, dude.
Denied.
At this moment, he knew. He
Critical
fucked
fail.
up.
Yeah.
Sorry, pal, but your credit card's been declined.
Wanna try that again?
Tried it again.
I'll do it again.
Oh yeah, this is like that was kind of like the 17.
That was a sick shot.
Oh my
right
god, dude.
Yeah.
That's fuck.
That's it. That's it. All right.
Yeah, but so good.
Oh,
Well
yeah.
done.
He just falls into the ground
Yeah.
while Emo just walks by like a fucking badass.
Yeah. No F's given.
Not a single one.
Was
That's
that
some
by any
bullshit.
chance? Was that a reference to BoJack Unbound by any chance?
Which one? The one in which he's walking.
Yeah, when Emo
calmly?
Gohan just walking up. Yeah, was that a reference to BoJack Unbound?
No, it wasn't actually. I'm trying to remember what was the exact reference. I forgot the reference, but it wasn't from
We
BoJack.
both fucking know your little sword is too slow for me.
But Gohan, don't you know?
Bigger is always better.
Giggity.
Giggity.
I mean, yeah, that moment.
Yes, we're here.
This attack. Also, FYI, if
FYI.
you dodge this attack, then your planet will be
The
split
editing on here is amazing.
through butter.
He just think
Okay,
it's
clearly
alright.
you're throwing
It's
a
alright.
hissy
Everyone
fit.
thinks this is alright.
Yeah.
I gotta say that little moment right there when he's telling him to shut up, that's such like a classic like animation, like anime moment.
Mhm.
Like, it
wow.
was so good.
Yeah.
Also, kind of
Ah,
looking back
thanks,
from the
Sakalava.
history of Gohan
Thank
Black.
you,
Yeah,
appreciate
she's
that.
screaming
Kinda
that it was
crazy, like-
enjoyment.
Like Gohan Black had a childhood, and he's absolutely the one acting more like a child here.
Uh-huh.
I love how you just like when the intro's playing for both intros of season 1 of that JoJo music, and then you edit for the final clash of the climax is just really amazing choice.
Yeah, it's an anime trope. It's a classic anime trope, my dude.
Yep.
The problem is that you never really see him do the full Excalibur move.
Yeah,
So
like
there's more to this.
wow.
Yeah, there's more to this. I mean, if you're a Fate Grand Order fan, you're probably gonna know what it entails.
Would you piss off and
I wonder
leave
if
us
that's going to
alone?
be
I will not leave her alone.
talked about more in
Her very
the PE.
existence is a disgrace to the memory
Yeah.
of my mother.
What the hell are you talking about?
You have it all. A mother, a father, a universe to call home.
Ooh,
I
that's
don't
cute
have
guy.
any of that. Like you wouldn't understand the hell that I've been through.
And now
Oh,
I do
no,
finally
that was like the
You're
moment when they
right.
realized like, hey, there's
Mom
actual
acting
plot.
Like a slut. Me
Yeah.
picking her out. It's not right. No mother or son should be
and
doing
understanding,
that. Even if the
but doesn't agree about Gohan
Let
Black's
me
method
change
about
her
making her
emo
into a
voice.
vegetable.
you hitting her and then you planning on lobotomizing her, that's when you lost the moral high ground. You British shit.
Oh my god, I'm not British!
I'm not British.
Yeah, he's trying to just tell them not that he's not British, but
Blast him so much and knock the rose out of him.
I thought you were gonna kill him.
And Yu Yagsha music.
Yeah.
Surprised not a lot of people got that though.
I didn't feel like it.
Well, a duel's a duel. You're the winner.
Great. Now you and your fucking council can piss off and leave us alone.
For now, sure. But you'll be hearing from us soon. Whether you like it or not. You're part of the Gohanverse, kid. You best get used to it.
Titles are up.
Strange. Just that title.
Guess who got his restraining order?
That's why it never worked.
Baby, Bulma and Kakarot's out of town, and I want to paint some walls white. Interested?
I love how deep his voice goes there. Like,
interested?
Yeah.
I need an adult.
I'm going to say no. I want to spend some time with my son.
Suit yourself.
Finger went flaccid.
What happened to my stain?
Oh my god.
Big brain.
Hey, son. What are you playing?
Smash Bros.
I'd rather play with just a pro controller.
Do you mind if I play with you?
who does Teen Gohan or who does Emo Gohan main?
So he's actually playing as Luigi in the clip. So he's a Luigi main.
Sure.
Ah, the
And
fucking
here
song
comes
the song that got copyright claim.
really great song.
Oops,
Yeah.
you accidentally missed me. It's time
Di,
to
could
get
you-
grabbed and suffer a 0 to death.
Guy, can you probably tell everyone like what song it was that was playing during here?
Premiere Trail of Fire, I think. Inferno, it was Inferno. It was Inferno.
Yeah, Inferno.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good song. Too bad Sony.
Sony.
I already ranted.
Yep.
I already ranted long enough.
Wow.
A good choice muting the song. No, I would not play it.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't play it. Yeah, don't
it
play
actually muted on its own for the most part.
Yeah, part of me
Oh,
part of me
featuring-
wonders if
Okay.
metal, like a fan metal cover of Chala would sound good there too.
Come in.
Oh wow.
There we go.
There you go. Devil Artemis.
Man.
Ah, Grand Priest. What are you doing here? I heard that you found another El Blanco user. Who is it? Is it Slick Gohan? I hear he's a little bratty, but... Oh, is it Black? Out of everyone here, he seems the most likely to... It's 70T, sir. The emo? The emo, sir.
He's in
Achieve its true form, sir. He did? Then we might be able to salvage the situation. Tell me, where does this emo live? I must train him for the upcoming war. For the last time, sir. He's in the dead zone. There's no way he'll escape. Still, we must prepare. Absalon, mark my words. He will return. And
Oh
every
wow.
Gohan will be in danger.
El Hermano Saga Phase 1. Oh wow. That was great.
Yeah.
That was great. That was really great.
Your head is full of bowling pins.
Might as well just rename him Pinhead.
Who are you calling Pinhead?
I'm the real Dirty Dan.
I'd say I'm Dirty Dan.
I'm Dirty Dan.
No, I'm Dirty Dan.
I'm Dirty Dan.
I'm Dirty Dan.
Which
I'm
one of you
Dirty Dan.
fellas is the real Dirty Dan?
I am.
Do it.
Okay,
Right now, I'm
tell you
on
what,
the dead zone.
baby Gohan, you can be Dirty Den. I just want to be El Hermano.
Okay. Is it all right that we answer one more question?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, sure.
One more.
Will there be any other villains after El Hamrano and the Saint Gohan Beast?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
El Hamano is still the like.
He's like the
Like
Thanos. of the story.
Thanos?
He's the Thanos, but there is another villain. Well,
Oh man.
well, I guess you can call them villains. I guess.
Yeah.
After season 2.
Wow.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I think we really have, and I think we ran out of time. But yeah,
Appreciate it, folks. Thank you.
Thank you, Frost.
yeah.
Thank you.
Everybody,
You're amazing, Coop.
we're sorry we couldn't answer all of your questions. We wish we could, but sometimes
Yeah.
it's just that it's really hard to, out of time. But maybe if there's a next time that we might get Daitomodachi to join us again. If you can, you have time for next time.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
we might get some of
Absolutely.
the other voices soon as well for next time.
Mhm.
But it was really fun to hang out with Ruben and the crew of Daitomodachi, especially with one of the producers as well as you, Jose.
Yeah,
We
I
don't want to
honestly,
forget you too.
it was absolutely great having you guys on here. It was a blast chatting with you guys, getting to know more of you guys, especially with the whole behind the scenes process you guys did on the show. It's been amazing. I'm absolutely hooked in. I still have to react to the one with Hit and Gohana. So
Yeah.
I'm blind on that one right now.
I'm
No
looking
worries.
forward for Gohanverse to continue in October. I cannot wait.
Yeah, we're wrapping up. We're getting ready to wrap up work on episode. I keep forgetting we're doing like after. We keep calling the episode number after like 10, 11, blah blah blah. We're getting ready. We're wrapping up work on episode 11. We're getting ready to work on. I just finished writing the script for episode 12. This afternoon. This afternoon, just need to proofread it a bit. But I can't wait. I can't wait for when they come out. Especially when it involves Piccolo.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, I'm very intrigued to see it.
Out of everyone in Gohanverse, Piccolo is the one character I would pay close attention to.
Yeah,
for sure.
I have a feeling. Yeah,
that's kind of something I wanted to touch on too. I didn't really get to answer the touching moment thing, but my touching moment was like not only Zamasu like embracing Black and those two like getting along well and everything, but also like emo Gohan advocating for Piccolo when Absalon wasn't willing to give him the time of day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that has a special place in my heart.
Oh, I didn't know that, dude. Yeah, that was very good. I want to thank you all again so much for joining. Everyone in the chat, thank you so much for tuning in. Really do appreciate all your guys' questions. Hope try getting all of them as much as we can. We dragged this out long enough, and appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to join us for this panel. It's a blast.
And it's really cool that I really shout out, I really liked and really share some opinions or really think about the show and really bring out some of my interests I really like to share with you guys. Like it's really cool to share with you. What I really like to share of my thoughts. It's really cool. And
Yeah, I want also want to thank you guys for having us. I really had we had a lot of fun with this panel for sure.
Yeah, we did. That was great.
And
Yeah.
I would be game to like doing another panel like this down the line.
Absolutely, I would be totally down.
Yeah, and hope we get some of the other people who are not part of it. I might have missed it. We'll at least get to join next time.
Yeah, for sure.
Next time on Daitomodachi.
You guys have anything else you guys want to say real quick? Shout out to anything?
I think I have one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Again, I join El Hermano in the dead zone.
That's right, dear Dark Force. You can take my spot to the dead zone.
There you go.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
BYOB.
Yeah, all right.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Yep.
Make sure you
Yeah, have a good
support
one.
make sure you support Daitomodachi's channel, and especially support the other voices, and especially with the producer, and especially support to Ruben, and especially to my channel as well. So everyone, thanks for watching, and hope we can do another panel with Daitomodachi, and especially to others who may have missed it, but we'll have enough time for the next one.
Yeah,
absolutely. And
bye, everyone.
Have a wonderful day. Later.
All right, have a good
Bye.
night, guys.
And see